Yo, what's good, party people? Robert Paul, what's good? I see you. I see you, Robert Paul. What's happening? What's good, everybody? What's good? Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. I'm your man, Uncle Freezy. Soon I'll be joined by Hoodie Kev, co-host. Want to talk with y'all about a few things tonight, man. Some serious business, and we're gonna get down to it, right? So we have a few things going on right now, right? We have a few things going on. King Jerry, what's good? We have a few things going on within the franchise, and we need to chop it up, right? We need to talk about these things, y'all. Y'all feel me? Y'all see me, right? We need to talk about these things. Kane Jerry, sweeping it under the rug won't make these things go away, or will it make things better? Right? Right? Robert Paul, listen, we got to talk about this stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff for us to talk about. For one, Kenny Payne interviewing for the DePaul opening. We got to talk about that. We have to talk about Mitchell Robinson going on social media. YouTube watching was good. We have to talk about Mitchell Robinson saying he's good to go on Twitter. And then, yo, Drip Mall, what's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all smash that like button. Y'all smash that like button. Get this YouTube algorithm up so we can continue to grow this channel. So also, we have to talk about the Mitch situation. He's on social media saying he's good. And I saw the tweet. He's saying he's feeling good. He's ready to go. Meanwhile, the Knicks are saying that he's questionable. What does that mean? Frankie, what's good? Philip Jones, what's good? Frank Matos is in the building. Yo, y'all need to get y'all's energy up. Get this energy up, party people. You know, I know we do different shows and stuff, and things are more subdued and laid back and smooth. Right? When you rock with other shows, other things, man, I know what the energy is like. It's a smooth vibe. It's chill. You know what I mean? This is probably Hoodie Kev texting me here. Hoodie Kev said, "Give him a minute." Yeah, me too. Me too, man. I had some issue with some stuff earlier, right? So, anyways, we need to get this energy up. I need to feel a positive vibe. I need to have this dance club type vibe in here. Was good, right? So the topics that I just mentioned to you: Kenny Payne interviewing for DePaul, Mitchell Robinson saying he's good, but the Knicks saying that he's questionable. The Knicks rumors about going out and getting a center to play Mitch's position. Is that the reason why Mitch is coming back ahead of schedule? Something to think about. In about 5 days, some long-term Knicks may not be Knicks anymore. Something to think about. Something to think about, party people. Someone saying what's good. What is good? What's good? I want to feel some of y'all questions tonight too. I want to feel some of y'all questions. You know, I want to feel some questions. I know Saturday night is usually the night that we do the Blorange Debate League, but I have an announcement about that. I want to share that with y'all. So we're gonna reformat that. Not the way we get to results, right? We're gonna change the voting setup, and we're gonna change the way we crown a champion. Most of the other stuff will stay the same, but we want to make sure that we're more proficient and efficient with the process of crowning a champion, right? So I know Saturday nights are usually Lawrence Tears Debate League, right? But so YouTube just sent me an announcement to let me know that the Knicks at Night podcast is live. Thank you, YouTube. I appreciate that. Does anybody else see the irony in that? YouTube is telling Uncle Freezy that the Knicks at Night podcast is live. Thank you. Thank you, Matrix. I appreciate you. P. Ramos was good. Wayne Peterson is in the building. Was good. Nicholas Scratch was good. I see you. I see you. Let me put these peoples on. I need some performance enhancers sometimes. BIM, the performance enhancers. BIM. What do y'all know about that? YouTube watchers like, yo, I'm innocent. What? What? I'm innocent. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. For one, some long-term Knicks, some Knicks that have been here a while. You probably bought their jersey. They may not be Knicks after this trade deadline has come and gone. Kenny Payne interviewing for another job is disturbing to me. Mitchell Robinson coming back ahead of schedule is concerning to me. It's a lot of stuff going on, and I want to talk to y'all about it, and I want y'all to talk to me about it. Right? Right? So what I want y'all to do is this. Let's focus on one topic at a time. You know what I'm saying? But with the mindset though, that we're gonna give ourselves some time to stew on the other topics. You know what I mean? We want to have the other topics be in the back of our minds. You know what I'm saying? To kind of think about it some. But what we also want to do, we want to make sure that we give each topic its due fairness. Okay? Uncle Fulio is in the building. What's good, Josh? Hope you're doing well. Let me put this thing out here in the chat so y'all won't think I ain't showing y'all no love. Because that's what I do. This is a family. Y'all heard it here first. Blorange Tears. I'm the first one that said this is a family. You know, the original family unit. The original Blorange Tears is the original Knicks family unit. Right? Chris Chang is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know which Chris Chang, because it's 600,072 of them. All of them Knicks fans. Yes. Yo, sometimes I do make myself laugh. Like I'll blurt out something just like the most random thing you ever heard, like off the top of your head, and you just laugh. And you just, like we know good and well it ain't no 650,000 Chris Changs and all of them are Knicks fans. Yo, y'all stop making me laugh, man. I'm trying to be serious right now. Stop making me laugh, yo. Stop making me laugh. I'm trying to be serious. Hoodie Kev is in the building.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry for my tardiness.
Hey man, I was a little late too, man. Man, look, man. Look, Hoodie Kev. I think sometimes the Blorange Tears family thinks we run late because we're just slackers. Like, what are they doing? They said 11:45 and they show up at 11:50. But they don't realize it's like other YouTubers are like got me on the phone. Like, no, Uncle Freezy, how do you do such and such and such and such? And then I got other things like I'm trying to work on the Pick and Roll podcast and work on a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying? So what it is they're like, man, he was 5 minutes late. And I'm sorry too, by the way. I try to be on time, but bro, like other cats are like trying to do like their YouTube stuff, and they call me and they be like, yo, I only have one question. And then you know how you look at your phone? You look at your phone and you see like 1 hour and 17 minutes and 52 seconds. You're like, dog, you said you was gonna ask me one question and you got me on the phone for 77 minutes and counting. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it is. That is how
Yep.
it is. I don't know what I've missed so far throughout the broadcast here.
Well, you didn't miss much because people be wanting to see. Because like what it is, I've learned that I may be the comic relief, and you are the eye candy and intellect of the night show. But I'm the comic relief. I'm the comic relief,
mm.
right?
Speaking of that, so what happened is, well, I'm a little bit late, is I had to get myself together because since about
Reggie Bullock, Reggie Bullock, Reggie Bullock.
since about 8 o'clock, I've been watching Beverly Hills Cop Marathon on HBO.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, ooh, this is taking me back. So I'm on Beverly Hills Cop 3 right now.
Okay.
Where he's in Wonderworld. And I was like, I looked at the clock and I was like, oh snap, I got to be on Blorange Tears.
Yep.
So let me get myself together. Let me shake these breadcrumbs out my little goatee.
Right.
I can't go on air with breadcrumbs and manwich stains.
Manwich is in the building. Manwich, the official sponsor of the Knicks at Night podcast.
So,
yo, Coach Color Blocks was good. I see you. I see you out there. Frederick was good. Was good. So let me do this real quick. Let me before you wrap up, so you'll know. So you'll just have these feathers in your cap. So I introed with Kenny Payne interviewing for DePaul is concerning to me, right? Mitchell Robinson saying he's good to go on social media is concerning to me, especially after the Knicks said that Mitchell Robinson is questionable for tomorrow's game.
I'm sure that's just
Precaution?
more than likely. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he's not out there.
Wow. I will tell you this. I want to do these topics one at a time.
So
right. No, let me add the third topic. What I touched on right before. In about 5 days, some long-term Knicks may potentially be in other cities, traded to other teams,
or short-term Knicks, either or.
Or either or, whomever, right? You like how I use that prepositional phrase just now, right? I did pay attention in English class, right? How can I fail English when I speak English, right? That's what I always thought, even though that makes no sense. So, anyways. So what topic would you like to chop it up about first? Let's do the Kenny Payne one. I agree with that. Let's do the Kenny Payne one first. I mentioned it first because it was on my mind first. It's on my mind the heaviest, right? My concern with Kenny Payne interviewing for DePaul is that he is unhappy with the organization. That is my concern. Nothing against Kenny Payne or what he brings to an NBA team. I think he may not like the Knicks. I think he may not like his boss, because we don't always like our bosses. We may not always like the guy, our immediate supervisor, right? Because we have bigger fish to fry. Like, I'm somebody and this dude's in my way, right? It may be that, or it may be that in the interviewing process, right? In the interviewing process where we're interviewing each other, where we're getting to know each other, there may have been some things said and agreed upon that didn't get acted on once I started on the job. You know what I'm saying? You know how like there are some promises made to you, and then you find out once you get here, it's not quite that way, even though the money is good.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that to you because you just slam dunk the interview and that your personal resume and stock is on the rise. I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about Kenny Payne,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
That's mere coincidence that Kenny Payne interviewed with, is it DePaul?
Uh, yes.
Who is DePaul?
They
Who
are
is,
a team that's usually in the dance every year for some reason.
but they're nobodies right now. They're not a Duke. They're not a North Carolina. Hell, they're not even an NC State, right? They're not even the Wake Forest, Georgia Tech. They're not a Florida State. They're not a Virginia,
I
right?
mean, they're in the Big East.
Right. Who's the Big East? The Big
Well,
East is
it was at one point in time a powerhouse.
DePaul was a powerhouse at one time, and the Big East was a powerhouse at one time, right?
One of the I think horrible mistakes in NCAA is breaking up and dissolving the Big East from the
Yep.
glory that it had.
Well, what happened is football makes more money than basketball,
This is
right?
true, and the
And,
Big
and
East has
so
always been a basketball conference.
basketball, right? And if you're Boston College, if you're Syracuse, and you're good at football anyway, why divvy up all that in football money or be independent? Why not just join the ACC where you could play your Florida States, your Miamis? You know what I'm saying?
It's one thing.
Your Notre
I,
Dames,
you look at it and you see things from a glass half empty. Like, man, we is destroying this, and we think we can take it to the next level, right?
right?
And then you get to the next level with Notre Dame's and Florida State's, and you're like, whoa, 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 maybe we weren't
Maybe
as good as we thought we were because of the level of
maybe we need to
competition.
rethink this thing.
Maybe we're not on the level of Notre Dame and Florida State.
Right,
Um, so it went from glass half full to glass half empty.
right, right, right. Hey, you know what? And so here's the thing I always tell people, right? When you're on top looking down at the glass, when you're on top looking down at the glass, it's half empty. But when you're on the ground looking up at the glass, it's half full. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on your perception,
Yeah.
right? Right? Because when you're down and out and there's a glimmer of hope, you're looking at it like it's half full. Right? Right. So 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 yeah, man. But to Kenny Payne though, back to Kenny Payne, to Kenny Payne, really? DePaul is a job you interviewed for? Who
Let's
are
let's
they?
let's let's go back to the beginning, right? So in the beginning, Kenny Payne was the top assistant in the country, right? The top dog at
Right.
one of the most prestigious
Yep. Blue
schools
blood.
in the country. Blue
A
blood.
blue blood.
You know, you think of if there was a Mount Rushmore of college basketball, Kentucky would be like the George Washington spot on the
Maybe.
mountain.
Maybe. I would say Duke, but that's because I'm a Duke fan. Full disclosure, I'm a Duke fan.
Ooh, I live literally right down the street
I know this.
from Duke University.
I know this. And you know what? I have a real disdain for North Carolina State because out of high school I didn't get accepted into one of their programs
Oh,
out,
so
out of high school.
you do know that
And it wasn't
our conference, right? We just
hey,
allowed Duke to play in it.
hey, but listen. So I didn't. I had all the academic stuff to go to NC State. That wasn't even the question. The question was room. It was first come first serve in a program, and since I was poor, I didn't have money. So by the time we got up the scholarships and the grant, all that stuff, NC State was like, "Hey, that bus is at the station. We gave all this to the rich kids. Sorry." So yeah. So NC State, you can get one of these from me forever. Hey, NC State.
So as you can see, that my melanin is kind of high, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I have
yeah.
a lot of melanin in me,
Right.
and I did not go to NC State.
Pause.
I did not go to NC State on a athletic scholarship. I went because I was a middle class young African American guy who was smarter than most, but I. So here's the truth. All of my friends, if you're in the North, you might know what they are. I hope all of my high school friends went to HBCUs, right? Like
Yep.
literally all of them. The Fayetteville States,
The
Shaws,
the Johnson C.
Winston-Salem State.
Smiths, the St. Augustines.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
So and I'm so glad, so glad you brought up Johnson C. Smith. I wanted to be a Golden Bull
What?
so bad. I
Because
remember,
the band was what?
yes, I was a band. I told you on this before. I was a band geek,
Right.
right?
Right.
So I was in a band. So on a high school tour, we went to, when you're in high school and you're in those groups and be like, you got potential to go to college. So we went on, college
Oh boy.
recruiting, college recruiting
I.
tours, and
Yep.
one of
Yep.
those
Yep.
places was Johnson C. Smith. And when I tell you, I fell in love with that place. I was in
Yep.
10th grade. Fell in love with that place.
Yep.
So in 2004, when I graduated high school,
What? You graduated high school in 2004?
yes, proud class
Jesus
of 2000.
Christ, Casey and JoJo, what in the world is
Hmm.
2004? You graduated from high school?
Yes, that was
You
17
are
years ago.
old, bro. You are old, bro. You are old, man.
Yes,
You are old.
coming up on that 20 year. Um, so in 2004, when I this was going to college, Johnson C. Smith lost their accreditation
Yep, I remember that.
for low. This is when HBCUs was kind of struggling, anyways.
Because for money, financial reasons. I
Yes,
think it was a lot of stuff going on. A lot of that stuff is still going on, but we'll
it's
move
better
on.
now. But yeah, so I was like, oh man, I really wanted to go. I didn't want to go to Fayetteville State because Fayetteville State's in the ghetto, like in the ghetto.
The ghetto, yes, yes.
And if Delano Steele is watching this show, yeah, I said it, Fayetteville's the ghetto. Because it's right on the Murchison Boulevard. And if you know anything about that, you call it the Merc. And I was like,
I got a tattoo from over there.
ooh, it was done
Yes.
right?
No, no. By the way, no, no. But this was like that. That was like 1995, 1996 ish, something like that.
Mm. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I
So
need to go.
I was like 30. I just wanted to do something.
So I was like, okay, I need to go somewhere because at the time I was thinking I'm going to be the first black senator from North Carolina.
Right.
So I need to go somewhere prestigious.
Wrong.
And I think Duke had already filled its quota.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right.
And so I was like, okay, I'll just go to NC State.
Right.
And I took political science, sociology, government studies, pre-constitutional law.
Right.
I was a very studious young man. Ended up working in the hospitality industry. I don't know how that happened, but it did.
We never know. We get detoured because I did too.
So I got lazy. That's what happened. I got lazy because I got a summer job at a hotel, and I liked it. And I was like, you know what? This industry has some job security. I might as
Right.
well stay.
Right.
Now, could I still be the first African American senator from North Carolina? Of course I could. Of course I could. But that's beside the point. So that's my story.
So what does it have to do with Kenny Payne?
So here's the thing with Kenny Payne, right? Kenny Payne was the top college assistant coach. He was on the fence about coming. Now we don't know if Leon Rose recruited him or Tom Thibodeau did.
Right.
Right? We don't know.
Right.
I'm pretty sure Tom Thibodeau has some say in it because he got a couple of his old guys, right? Not all of them, just a couple.
Especially the Greer brothers.
Yes. And that Dice Yoshimoto.
Dice K. Yeah. Dice. Yeah. Dicey. Whatever his name is.
Yeah. But the Johnny Bryants and the Mike Woodsons and the Kenny Paynes, those are all, oddly enough, CAA guys.
Yeah.
So it's like, are these Thibodeau guys? I'm pretty sure they work.
Or are they Leon Rose guys?
Exactly. So Tom Thibodeau, Kenny Payne was offered the highest contract, one of the highest contracts for an assistant coach. in the NBA.
Yep.
I remember he was on the fence whether he wanted to leave Kentucky.
Right.
And Leon Rose like, look, we got this bread for you. And Kenny Payne was like, well, honey, do you got a pen? I think I got one in my jacket.
Yep.
And they moved to the Beverly.
Right. Right.
So we all know that Tom Thibodeau is old school, right? And it's his way or highway. So we don't really know about his coaching, what he delegates, what he wants to be in control of,
Right.
how much autonomy do the assistant coaches have, really? How much say-so do they have? So it's like me. I work for a company. My boss is a little bit over demanding, a little bit taxing.
Shout out to the boss. Shout out to the boss. Hey, boss.
Doesn't really always listen because it's always his way.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? Why am I always the bridesmaid?
And never the groom. I feel you.
So it's always one of those things where it's like, okay, yeah, DePaul's not Kentucky. You know, it ain't UCLA, Indiana, Duke, Carolina. It's not one of those places. But it's a start where I'm going to be in charge for the first time. For the first time, I'm going to be in charge. And what I want goes. I got to delegate or give my opinion on something. No, my opinion is what matters.
Right. Right.
So,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was waiting for the good part.
I mean, and besides, you know, Chicago is not a bad place to live.
Chicago is a terrible place to try to build a program, though.
Is it? Dwayne
Yes.
Wade?
Well, it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Dwayne
Because
Wade?
cats try to do it, and they can't do it. Chicago, it's like New York City basketball. It's a terrible place to try to build a program, a powerhouse. And you would think about this. You would think a program like St. John's in the heart of the city, with all these kids, all these great high school kids every year, the New York metropolitan area, that kids would just go there and you would have to turn kids away. You would think a program like Manhattan could be something, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? You just can't build programs in cities like Chicago and New York City. You just can't. Don't ask me why kids from those areas don't stay home. They just don't.
Well,
Kids from New York City go play point guard for North Carolina, right? Kids from New York City go play point guard for Duke. Kids from New York City go to Georgetown. They go to Syracuse. Kids from Chicago, they go places like Memphis, right? Why they don't stay in the city baffles me, right? And maybe Kenny Payne can be that guy to turn it around. You know what I'm saying? But my concern is not with college programs and inner city kids getting there. My concern is Kenny Payne leaving Kentucky, coming to the Knicks halfway through the year. He's interviewing for a job to leave. Chat, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think do you think there's a rift between Kenny Payne and the coaching staff? Do you think there's a rift between Kenny Payne and the coaching staff, or Kenny Payne and the organization? I'm here to tell you, you have to think about these things because you don't just uproot yourself from a place that you're comfortable, go to a place, and then you get to that place and you change your mind. Like, no, you know what? Let me see if there is an assistant coaching position open for the Oklahoma City Thunder. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. You know, you do that when you don't have options. But really, you don't willingly do that. You don't willingly leave a place like Kentucky, you know what I'm saying, to go to a place like DePaul, right? Because the more attractive job is the University of South Carolina. That's the more attractive job. If you want, you're still in the SEC. You get to
I
recruit
mean,
the same. You get to recruit the same recruiting base. You're in a power conference. You still get the allure at a big because you get to play the Kentuckies twice a year. You get to play the Tennessees twice a year. You get to play the Auburns in all of these different places. Raphael!
Salute. What's going on, Kev? What's going on, Flizzy?
No, don't come in here all happy. Why you didn't call me the other day? Why you didn't call me yesterday?
Yo, that's man. Look, man. All I do with this pandemic, listen to you guys, sleep.
You told me you was gonna call me.
I must. You know what it is? I think. You know what it is, man. Sometimes my niece, she likes to play PlayStation in my room. So sometimes, man, I gotta give up the chair, man. Let her play, and you know how it is. You let her play.
Okay, so who's the best player to fight with on Street Fighter? Because this is the thing. Right now, we have to settle this debate. I've been arguing with some dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And dudes tell me the best player to fight with on Street Fighter is Bison or what's his name? The stretchy arm dude. I keep forgetting his name.
Dawson,
yeah.
Are we playing? Talk about 2, 3, 4, or 5?
2.
Ooh.
Super Street Fighter 2.
Or Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Yeah.
Ooh. Man, they're all good. McDowell,
because for us, that's the best one. That's the best version. But
right.
A lot of us.
I like the hyper fighting. The hyper champion edition hyper fighting. And the super, even super was kind of that's a classic, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. So sometimes I just I go on YouTube when I'm not listening to Knicks. I'm listening. I watch, like
Raphael, answer the question.
I think I would favor. I like Dawson, man. I like the guy with the stretch arms. That's my second favorite. That's my second favorite character in the game.
Who's your favorite?
Ken.
Ken. I knew it. Everybody likes Ken.
Ken.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's the best in that Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. No.
So who do you think is the best, Kev?
I'm gonna tell you something. I haven't played Street Fighter in almost 20 years.
Oh my God! And you sleep all the time. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life, dog?
I was more of a Mortal Kombat kind of person.
Mortal Kombat.
I like Alpha. I like Street Fighter Alpha also.
Street Fighter Alpha is dope.
Yeah, but how much?
I'm sorry, this Street Fighter can't put anything to Mortal Kombat.
Oh my God! What are you talking about?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I actually wanted to talk about the game. What was that game where again Kevin Knox and Obi are developing?
So the question was, what we were talking about was Kenny Payne.
That's a good one too.
Is the Kenny Payne thing real? Is Kenny Payne unhappy with the Knicks organization?
I think it's real.
I think it's real too. I don't
even think it's beef. I don't know. That's a whole. I think it's not just. I don't even think it's just Kenny Payne involved. Leon Rose is involved. I'm throwing him under the bus in that situation.
Right.
Worldwide West is involved in that situation.
Right.
Anybody big time, in my eyes, is very much the timing in that situation, Freezy. The timing. One of the first things I thought, I was like, is Tibbs getting fired? Is Tibbs on the hot seat? Because you can't put Kentucky against Tibbs. Yo, you remember? Let's bring it back to the original question, where John Calipari was kind of hands on with the whole Julius Randle situation, Kevin Knox situation, the Knicks got a good one. Emmanuel, quick, go watch the interview. You want to talk about Tibbs? What was that thing you spoke about? Quick point guards. Remember when Tibbs was talking about the point guards, downhill point guards? Well, that same week, John Calipari spoke about the Knicks got a good one, and he spoke about Julius Randle, and a lot of people made comments man, why John Calipari's making those kind of comments? It's almost as if he's part of the team. Even he said something along those lines, like,
Right.
and so it started off with that, right? Bam. Fast forward, half the season is over. Kenny Payne is looking for a job at DePaul when everybody's celebrating.
And who was DePaul, by the way? Right. So if it's,
I mean, if I'm DePaul, I'm desperate. I'll jump in too. Like, because they're also looking at the Detroit coach over there. Detroit, shout out to Detroit. They do
Dwayne
whatever
Casey,
they're doing.
right?
No, they're looking for his assistant. I can't remember the name, but right now, if you cause a rift, if you make the front office have to choose between a recruiting coach, which might attract Karl Anthony Towns, De'Aaron Fox is in the league, Devin Booker's of the league. Recruiting is so big in this game. No, New York City's not good enough. Madison Square Garden is not good enough. Having proven Julius Randle excellent season is not good enough. RJ Barrett is not. You need everything. You have to. It takes the whole culture, the whole. Everybody's. What's it called? Every stone. What's it called? What's that saying called? Where every stone has to get turned.
Every stone has its thorns.
Every
stone has its thorns.
No, you have to watch.
Kev, you missed my joke. I thought that was funny. I get Kev. It could Hoodie Kev trying not to laugh. I saw. Reggie Bullock.
So
I'm not falling for it.
So my whole thing is something like that for even the front office, even just to hear the news of like Kenny Payne is looking for a new. I was like, yo, man, if Leon Rose has to choose between a CAA guy and Kentucky guy versus Tom Thibodeau, I don't think it's going to look good for Tibbs. Honestly, that's my first initial reaction.
All right.
That's my initial.
What's your second reaction?
I mean, shout out to some. I don't remember who made a YouTube video because we have so many great Knicks channels. But somebody, Sports Vibe was talking about it. So shout out to Sports Vibe. He spoke about it, and he said it's a good look. That everybody's looking at our coaching staff. That it's a positive thing. That it's a good thing. That's actually one of in my eyes one of his better videos because I was like, "Yo, this is not good. I don't want this is we're gonna lose games now if Kenny Payne goes because."
But my thing is though, who is DePaul? DePaul is nobody, bro.
DePaul
but we're talking about contracts. It's power. It's about power, money. You don't know what they're offering him. You don't even know what kind of power they're offering him.
I'd rather be a head coach than an assistant coach.
A lot of people do.
And if it's at DePaul, then it's at DePaul. If it's at Kentucky, then it's at Kentucky. But I'm the head coach. I'm in charge.
Bro, it's DePaul.
To quote Lean on Me, contrary to popular belief, I'm the HNIC.
Right. Contrary. Yeah, nah, man. What I'm getting at though is this. You don't want to. That's like Hoodie Cab saying, "I'm gonna leave my job here because I'm second in charge to go be the lead dog at McDonald's." Right? I'm like, and I'll tell Hoodie Cab, Hoodie Cab, please be careful when you choose. Being the second dog, playing second fiddle and something that's great to being a lead dog for something that's questionable, because you don't know because you might wind up having to leave that job and then go play second fiddle at Burger King.
My whole thing, Freeze, I just want to keep it. I'm not too concerned about players leaving because I talk about trades often, but the coaching staff, I'm attached to them. Bro. And I could be wrong. In this situation. Maybe I'm overreacting. And shout out to the people in the comments in the chat. Maybe I could be overreacting, but like if we trade so and so, I'll be like, okay, we can still win games, but like, you know, Kenny Payne, I'm like, wait a minute, why we have no business to move one of our coaches, none of them. We have one. I think we have to. I think they prove themselves just as much as, if not more. I think they prove themselves, if not more, than the players possibly. It's a debate. I think it's a good conversation.
Yeah, it's concerning to me that the dude, after half a season,
Mm-hmm.
is looking for some type of out, a
I
way
mean,
to get
I
out of
think
New
that's
York.
not fair because we don't know what happened, right? I don't think he was like, "Hey, DePaul has an opening. Let me go interview for it." Maybe DePaul called him.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is this:
They may have.
if I ever get at least an interview, I'm going to go. If somebody says, "Hey, Kevin, we want to meet with you and talk to you. You seem really highly qualified. You seem like you'd be a good fit here," I'll go meet with you. There's nothing wrong with a meeting.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right, right. Well,
The-
what I'm getting at, though is what I'm getting at is for a guy to only be here for half a season, it's an odd look. And in the absence of facts, perception is reality. In the absence of facts. And in the absence of facts, we're still looking, we have to go by what our eyes tell us. Right? And so since we don't know what's going on in the inside, we have to just go by what it looks like. And it looks like that Kenny Payne is not happy to be a New York Knicks assistant coach. And that begs the question, why? Is it because he left a high profile job to come to New York to have a big role, only to get to New York and realize that Johnny Bryant is the alpha?
no, it's possible, Freezy, that he got a big role here. Now he wants a bigger role. I mean, look, I mean, shout out to Dwayne Casey. Shout out, remember that Dwayne Casey and Nick Nurse situation? Like, after a while, man, Dwayne Casey, Toronto fired Dwayne Casey, and they got Nick Nurse. And Nick Nurse is a great coach, and Dwayne Casey's not in Detroit, but I think that's
Is
how.
is Nick Nurse a great coach?
Well, he has an NBA championship and Coach of the Year award. So
Yeah, I think I might be able to get one of those if I had a Kawhi Leonard.
Doc Rivers last year had Kawhi Leonard, and
Mm.
Doc Rivers didn't get a championship or Coach of the Year
You,
award.
you know what he got?
A
A
pink
pink
slip.
slip.
A pink slip. So I mean,
Mm.
and last year, mind you, with a team that shouldn't have been number 2 in the East, Nick Nurse got Toronto to be number 2 in the East
Right,
without Kawhi.
right.
So
They got bounced in the second round, right?
still, that team shouldn't have
Yeah.
been second in the Eastern Conference.
No, they may not have.
But I just want to say to the people in the comments, and shout out to the comments. I like that they're active and their input is just as important as mine. So shout out to them. But I really like Kenny Payne in this team, and everything that's been said about Johnny Bryan and Kenny Payne. I mean, I'm really big on those guys, man. They are, for me. They're part of our All-Star team. That's the way I look at them.
I look at it like I'm looking at it like there should be a conversation amongst the Knicks fans, right? I think there should be a conversation, right? I don't think this happening is just um, a random alignment of occurrences. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't think it's DePaul just happened to have an opening, and Kenny Payne just happened to be, open to a new situation. I don't think it's that. I think DePaul is. You know how like when you're ready to leave, and then something happened, and you're okay. This is my time to get out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I be at my in-laws house, and the telephone rings, and she'd be like, "Oh, that's such and such on the telephone. All right, I'll see you later." You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know what I mean? That's what I
Yeah.
think is happening. Hoodie Cap know what I'm talking about. He's been in a situation where you're looking for an out. You're
Listen,
looking
I
for
give
a time to
myself out.
leave.
I will call somebody and look, I need you to call me at such and such time
Right.
just in case I see how things go.
Just in
Give me
case
about
I'm
20,
stuck.
30 minutes in the
Yeah.
situation, and then you can call me. I can give you either heads up that I need to get out of here, oh my God, an emergency, or I'm like,
Right.
nah, I'm good, I can stay. So I always, depending on the situation, give myself an out.
Right.
And I'm mad when the person I have set up to give me this out call
They
is
don't do
all
it.
asleep. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Like, he's supposed to be looking out for me.
and
Right.
later on, like, oh yeah, I forgot. You had me in that place for 3 hours thanks to you.
Right. A 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. You know what I'm saying?
So I
So
understand completely. But like I said, I don't care if it is DePaul. If you got a chance to be the head guy, I think you should at least go out there and give your best efforts.
Point.
I'm not sure. I think sometimes you have to look at the situation for what it is. I think sometimes there's comfort and stability, right? I think there's comfort and stability, and basically what that means is wait a minute. So we've been here and we only got 38 likes. Hey man, y'all throw some y'all smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Join the virtual chat and the video chat. Share on your social medias. Turn your notifications on. Make sure it's the donk bell so that every time we add Knicks or Blorange Tears content, you'll be alerted, and so that you can jump in and participate with us and keep the party going. Also, I've been watching God of Moses and Elijah's stuff on his channel. Man, y'all need to go check out God of Moses and Elijah's stuff.
Right.
Right.
Thank
Right.
you. Thank you for.
Go check out my man's stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just you know, I'm not telling you to leave us to go watch it right now. But when you get the chance, go check out God of Moses and Elijah. He does say some interesting stuff, but he don't have many guests on. So I'm like wondering why he didn't invite me. You know, I'm a little touchy about that.
What? Oh, I hear you. You know what? Yo, man, creativity, being creative. Look, Preachy, I want to keep it. I'm a big fan. I mean, how do you say this? We started in October. This whole thing. I'm a fan also of Nothing But Knicks. Shout out to the big. I call you guys almost like the big channels because you guys have like multiple people, and I'm learning. I don't want to be. I don't know how to say this because I know you'll tell me, Ralph, don't worry about me, just do you. And I appreciate that, but I don't want to have nowhere near kind of competition with you guys, like really like that. I kind of want to build something different. So, and it's hard. It's hard to build that angle, and it's I really don't really want to. I want to be different without competing in this kind of level. Like you have, like how you guys have the hours and 6 people on the platform and this. I don't want to be that guy. I rather I want to be, and also I'm built different too. Like I love to chime in quick. I like to chime in a lot, and so I kind of want to have a smaller channel because I also question myself, like, do I sometimes want to be in the panel as often as like you guys, and say shout out to you guys, and because sometimes you guys talk Knicks no matter what, and it's good for me to listen, but sometimes I don't got the energy for it, and sometimes I don't.
Listen, I understand. This is a very, very, very daunting thing. I don't think people realize how hard and difficult, like behind the scenes, how hard and difficult.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go in the back and cry. Just kidding.
But yeah, so I mean, yeah, I listen. The main reason I've been here and since December, and we had Foxy the party. He started his show on Monday. Everyone, check that out. Monday at noon. Talking sports with the Fox on YouTube. Please check that out. Monday at noon. Go subscribe to his channel. I'm sure Fox is going to have an amazing show. And I've seen a lot of people come and go, and I've had conversations with Freezy, before, and like I should branch out and everything. It's like, no, I don't. I like being the assistant coach. I don't want the head coaching job.
Seriously,
very
Kenny. All right,
comfortable.
Kenny Payne.
Hmm?
I said Kenny Payne, assistant coach.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's like, I've been assistant long enough. Maybe it's time for me to, do my own thing. And if
Right.
DePaul is if DePaul is out there and they want to offer to me, I'm sure he'll talk it over with the wife and family and everything, and make the best decision for him and his family.
Right. But
If he decides to leave the Knicks family, then all we can do is say Godspeed. I
there's
can't
two.
get mad at him. I can't get mad at him for wanting to be a head coach.
Nah, you made a good point on that. You actually made me rethink that too. But there's two things. There's two reasons why I literally got. I showed up here, and one of them is like I gotta say, and this is the second time that I've seen. Yo, what's up, City for real? Salute.
My nemesis.
And if it's okay, I just want to make a quick Knox take, but I'm really impressed with Knox and Obi and Knox's playmaking when he was playing against the Magic. Or was it the 76ers where he threw a pass? Just wanted to say that I'm noticing that he has great shooting touches. His shooting touch looks amazing, but I
Yo, what's
really
wrong?
like.
Hey, what's wrong with your camera, B? Chuck, what's wrong with your camera? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's good with your camera? It's mad fuzzy today. What's happening? Yeah, that's
I
better.
think it was
It was okay. It was like you was in standard instead of HD for a second.
That's okay.
What's good though?
I was in battle mode.
Don't get in battle mode.
What happened, Chuck? What happened to you and what other person? What happened? Are you in a beef or something?
No, he ain't in no beef. No,
I
he ain't
stay
in
in
no
the
beef.
beef.
Nah,
Yes, I
he ain't.
am.
No, he ain't.
Yes,
He
I
ain't
am.
no beef because
Yes, I am.
we don't do that here. Y'all do that somewhere else. We don't do that here. Chuck, my guy, and we don't do that. Raphael, it was a misunderstanding.
No, it's
And,
not.
and,
To who?
and adults, it don't matter. Adults,
Adults. I mean, I because I'm like what happened? Like, did I miss something?
Goons out.
No,
I-
because we don't do that. This ain't the all beef channel. You know what I'm saying? That's we don't.
Okay.
I sent you that stuff months ago, Ralph, on Twitter. Yeah.
It's got you. I got you.
Same
We're not gonna
thing.
Same thing.
Same thing. Yeah, same thing.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. I got jumped in one.
Got you.
Basically.
We're gonna let that go, Chuck. We're not gonna entertain it. Let's talk about.
Yeah. Oh no, I ain't letting it go, but we're gonna let it go.
I mean, not talking about here. Yeah, we're talking about somebody.
Yeah.
If it's up to you.
Yeah.
But I was just shocked.
Y'all make sure y'all respect the platform. This ain't the place where we just gonna hash out something. Y'all think y'all just gonna take over and just talk about some stuff that I'm telling y'all we not gonna talk about. That ain't gonna happen.
I don't even know what's going on.
That ain't gonna happen.
I'm not looking for trouble. I'm not looking for trouble.
No, I know that. What I'm saying is something stupid happened somewhere else. I told Chuck B in the beginning, when you go somewhere else and do certain stuff gonna happen. He went and did it anyway, and that certain stuff happened. And I told him that beforehand, right? And then we look like we want to bring that back here. I'm like, nah, we not doing that here.
Point, Freezy. Point.
Doing that here.
That's a good point because thank you, Freezy. I get it now.
So it's like when I like Raphael, when I tell you something's gonna happen, and I warned you beforehand, you do it anyway, and the thing happened.
You ain't gonna bring that here.
You
can't bring that here. No, you can't bring that here.
Since you predict the future, can you say that Reggie Bullock gonna be traded?
Nah, I ain't saying that.
No.
I will say Reggie Bullock though. Like Candyman, Reggie Bullock. Hoodie Cav can't stand it. But anyway, it's good to see my brother Chuck B. Right, Chuck B, how you doing, man?
Battle mode.
I know. What I'm saying is though is it shouldn't be like that because for all the perceived negativity, it's thousands of people that want to show you love, but we can't show you love because of stuff that's happening. yo, just move on from that stuff so the people that want to show you love can show you love. It's frustrating, man. Like people legit want to show you love, and then it's like people don't drive because they saw a car accident on the way to work. So they're like, nah, I'm gonna quit driving. No, you don't do that. You drive anyway,
Yeah.
right? So
After I put them heads on the stick, then I'll take all the love.
okay, whatever. Some people hoodie cap. Some people just don't
I
learn.
don't know what's going on. I don't know what's
Oh,
going
you
on.
gonna
But
know.
Chuck, if you need to let me know.
You gonna know.
I don't even know what's going on.
So
I'll text
Let
you.
me know.
I'll text you.
So
And
ain't nothing going on, but
I will pull out the hoodie.
oh, he about to pull out the hoodie, ladies and gentlemen.
I've been needing
Hoodie
a reason to pull
Cam.
out the hoodie for a while. We ain't got the debate league going on no more. It's just hanging up, collecting dust.
Anyway,
Man, I just told you, hoodie cap. Didn't I just tell you last night that I'm waiting for the Blorange debate league up to come back in?
What I'm
I
saying
just told you.
is, I need
I
a
just told you
reason
that
to
last.
build out the hoodie. You like from them old tribal warriors? They got the sword up on the mantle, and they're like, the sword's been there because it hasn't been like a war in a long time.
Right.
But then they see the tribal smokes go up, and they get the sword out like, ooh, oh my old friend.
Okay.
It's time for battle.
Okay. I'm just saying, be careful, old man. Yeah, be careful with what you wish for. So what I'm saying is this: we'll move on from that stuff because I'm not a big fan of fake bravado internet beef stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in that. I believe in men respecting each other as men. When y'all come on here, I'm gonna treat y'all like adults, treat y'all like men. I'm gonna respect y'all first. You know what I'm saying? Not because I have to either, but because I want to, right?
Mhm.
And I'm gonna love y'all too, not because I have to, because y'all ain't gonna make me do nothing, but because I want to. You know what I'm saying? I want to love and respect y'all, and provide a place where we can come and hang out and fellowship and talk about Knicks. That's what I want to do, right? Not because I have to. You know, life too short for stuff that you can't control. I'm gonna be mad over something somebody said and he don't even matter to me. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Chuck, this is your home. There's a lot of people here on Blorange Tears that love you. They legit tune in. They legit be in January and February, they was DMing me half to death. Like, what's the beef between you and Chuck B? And I was like, yo, beef between me and Chuck B. If anything, I might be Chuck B really only real ally. Like legit, when stuff happened, I'll stand in the gap and be like, "That's my guy." You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. So
Can I say something? Can I pull a freezy
yeah.
right quick? So a couple weeks ago, right? I heard through the grapevine that the Knicks morning drive was feeling a little chirpy about Knicks tonight, right?
Yeah, that was January.
Yeah. So I heard. Now this is before the hoodie Kev persona really probably took off, and I really became ingrained in the show. And I heard that it was like some people who will remain nameless right now was like, "Hey, we can take on Chuck B and Rob the Knick, right?" And I was like, I don't know if that actually went on or not, because I heard there was some negotiating that went on, and the negotiations fell through. Whatever.
Right.
But then I thought to myself, now I've heard this from both Chuck B and from Rob, that they would both rather have me as a partner to take on these other two individuals from the morning show. And I was thinking to myself, I think me and B would eat these two people alive.
I don't know if I can dispute. Well, I would say win. I ain't gonna say eat alive. Eat alive is something different. Eat alive insinuates there would be some level of domination that doesn't need measure because the outcome is predictable, right? Right.
Don't do that right now. Yes.
Okay.
But here's the thing. So, like I said, if someone who was like a Don King type individual somebody to my left. Went back to the Knicks morning show and I was like, hey, there's some fire being spoken.
You mean instigate?
If you wanted to use those words, if you wanted to fan those flames,
Bro, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all do not want to mess with the college kids. The college kids are smart now. Y'all don't want to mess with the college kids. I'm telling you. You don't want to mess with the college kids. These kids are smart. You don't want to mess with the ghetto intellect, and you don't want to mess with Free Keith. You know what I'm saying? And they're fraternal. And they're fraternal. So you know they're connected. You know what I'm saying? You don't want Hoodie Cav, stay in these streets. Don't stay in these streets, Hoodie Cav. You don't want that. You don't want that smoke in the classroom.
At 12:51 a.m. on March the 21st.
Oh, jeez.
I want the smoke. I don't know if Chuck B wants the smoke.
Chuck B is old and tired. He don't want no smoke.
Chuck B just gave a nod and said he wants to smoke also. So you can tell these two fraternal brothers in the morning that the tribal war bells have been rung.
They will be collateral damage.
I'm not instigating that. I
have to get up in the morning. Are you gonna make me cut into my 6 or 7 hours of sleep?
First of all, Kev, we know good and well you're not getting up in the morning. We already know you're gonna sleep 9 hours, right? I just want to talk Knicks, man. That's all. I just wanted to be the Knicks at Night podcast. I don't want it to be the Beef at Night podcast.
If you do, Kev, you better have that bowl of kicks before you get up.
Yeah, you better feel your tummy, little buddy. The kicks.
Listen. This is March. This ain't Halloween. And to quote one of my favorite movies, I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Okay.
So
I just wanted to talk Kenny Payne interviewing for DePaul. Just wanted to talk some Mitchell Robinson coming back from injury sooner than expected possibly because of the rumors that he'll be traded, and just talk about potential long-term Knicks like Kevin Knox, Frank Ntilikina, and others that may be traded at the deadline.
I know what you're doing. Freezy. You're trying to protect Knicks morning drive because you think that they're not ready for all this freight train that's coming their way. You're trying to change the track's direction so this train won't come.
Okay. So those guys are smart and they're measured. They're reasonable. They're calculated, right? Mm-hmm. So when they speak, they don't speak out of emotion. They speak out of calculus, because they think about what they say. They measure it. When I speak to them, they take a deep breath. They ponder what they've heard, and then they speak. On the Knicks at Night podcast, we cut each other off. We can't even get thoughts out because we don't think about what was said. We legit jump on each other for every statement. Like for instance, right now, if I say Kevin Knox is dead weight and we should trade him in a deal that gets us a second round pick back, the first thing that's going to happen is Hoodie Cav is going to want to say, wait. How come I hate when people say dead weight? What does dead weight really mean? I already know what answer is coming before I even finish talking. You know what I'm saying? So, but the dudes, they were like, so okay, so wait a minute. So you say dead weight? What does dead weight mean, Uncle Freezy? And I'm saying, dead weight is those roster spots that are filled by guys that make above reasonable money to play their position, even though their role is diminished, right? Like Joakim Noah right now is dead weight for us because he's getting paid and he doesn't even have a roster spot. That's dead weight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good debate yesterday, though. I'm not making noise, but that was a good one with what Cody Kev brought up, because he brought up Jeremy Grant. That was a good one. I found it entertaining yesterday.
What he said.
Listen, yeah, with that debate. But you brought up Jeremy Grant. It's Jeremy Grant. It took him longer, and he had 7 years.
7 years.
So that was a good conversation. I'm just giving credit to the conversation. Might be crazy to you guys, but for me, when I was listening to it, I was like, "Oh snap, that's."
I'm just gonna say one last thing, and then we.
But I don't want to bring it back to Knox now. Don't get me
No.
twisted now.
No, I'm just gonna say one thing.
No, because Knox is trash.
And then
Trash.
I'm gonna pass it. I'm gonna say one thing, and then we can get back to Kenny Payne. What Freezy is basically saying is the Knicks at night is Fight Club, and Knicks Morning Drive is like a Pilates class.
No. What I'm saying is,
let me get back to Kenny Payne.
What I'm saying is the Knicks at Night podcast is Jerry Springer, and the Knicks Morning Drive is Oprah.
Ooh.
That's what it is. The Knicks at Night podcast is Jerry Springer, except tonight because the energy is mad low in here. My chat is not even moving. What's going on with my chat? My chat is not even moving, right? I asked them to participate, and they ain't even doing enough. Chat, get your energy up, right now. Right now, I need to get the energy up in this place, right? We need to get this energy up for the Knicks at Night podcast because we legit.
Energy would go up if you say, "I'm going to set up this as battle royale," because that's what the people want, Freezy.
Is Mitchell Robinson rushing himself back in order to prevent the Knicks from trading for a center?
You can still have
Chuck B, what you think?
No.
I agree.
No.
It's a lot of smoke with it. I don't think there's even with the Kenny Payne assumption. There's a lot of smoke, but it's possible that it's just all in our heads, all in our minds.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What threw me off was the Lonzo Ball saying he will sign with New York. That because I'm like, who are we going to trade for him? That's the one that one really puzzled me. I'm like, he wants to go to New York, and he said I would sign with the Knicks, and I'm like, who are we going to give up for him? I haven't seen Derrick Rose. I think I'm one of the first to say, listen, is Derrick Rose available? Because Freezy's been complaining, not just you, Freezy, but other people on the channel, in the panel. Where's Derrick Rose? I'm like, maybe he's available. Maybe they're gonna trade him. Maybe they're gonna trade him.
They ain't gonna trade
What
Derrick.
day was that?
I
They ain't gonna
mean,
trade Derrick Rose.
so they're gonna have Derrick Rose, Alfred Payne, and Lonzo Ball. That's the plan.
Man, what's good?
What's good, brother?
Bro, where you at? You at the movies, bro? That's the biggest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Here we go.
Where you at? You at an amphitheater or something?
I'm in my man cave. This is my solitude right here.
Wow. The testosterone level is through the roof right now outside that TV. Raphael, you see it? You see that TV he got in there?
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
Okay, I'm just saying. Hey, so what do you think about Kenny Payne? What do you think about the Kenny Payne thing? Is the Kenny Payne thing real, or are we fabricating something?
Yeah, well, that's a lot of fabrication because I'm gonna tell you right now, what the front office know what the front office is gonna do,
Right.
And what we do as fans is we kind of perpetuate what we think that is best for the team, and what we want to see.
Right.
But I think that we need to have faith and confidence that the front office knows what they're doing. I mean, these are people getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I don't get paid to figure out who's drafted, who's not, who's traded, and who's not. I know who I would like to see gone. I know who that is.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't know what the what the front office is perpetuating to say this is what we're going to do. I don't know that.
Right.
So I can't give you I can give you my opinion, but at the end of the day, I don't have a say in what the front office is going to do.
Okay. So the Kenny Payne thing, maybe I don't feel like we're fabricating something. I do see where you say there may be conjecture and some type of some conjecture, some projection, and some of the stuff is subjective. You know what I'm saying, based on the detail, the limited amount of details that you get that we get. But at the same time, it is odd to me that my man is only here for half a year and his name is already in rumors going somewhere else.
So when you look at it from this standpoint right here, right? if we say let's take Obi for instance, right? Obi right now has not done anything to solidify why we drafted him at the position that we drafted him at, right?
Right.
When people ask the question, are you willing to give up a quickly, or are you willing to give up an Obi? And then people get feelings real quick. They're like, oh, he's young, we don't know, and give him a chance to develop and this, that, and the third.
Right.
What is the front office saying that we want to do with draft picks? We don't know.
We don't know
what that message is. We know as fans what we see, because Obi right now is trash. I'm telling you, he's trash.
Right.
But at the same time, we don't know what the front office is telling Tibbs to do with Obi. We don't know what it is.
Right.
But at the same time, if you give me an opportunity to go out and get a better talent, that's a better proven talent, and then ask me, are you willing to give up asset 1, 2, or 3? Wait, hell yeah, I am, because I know that's a proven talent right there that I can get to make my team better. It's going to help me save my job, number one, because at the end of the day, it's all about making sure that you solidify your position in the organization.
Right.
But until you know, or until you can get someone to come out and say, from that standpoint, what's the team's trajectory? And I know we want to make the playoffs, and that's great. That's good. We're not going to win a championship. So are you willing to sacrifice what we have right now for a pipe dream? That's the question that we should be asking.
Right. So Chuck B mentioned that the other day. Chuck B mentioned that last night. I'm not for sure if I necessarily agree totally. And the reason why I say that, and not to cut everybody else off, just to establish myself, so when they come in, they can establish themselves too. But what I believe in, winning, right? I think every day that your organization comes into the office, shows up for work, the main goal should be win, right? Everything.
Okay.
Right. And so with that said, I think there is a wave, to put it in layman's terms, that you get when you win high leverage games, right? Say if you go on your playoff run, say with 10 games left to go, you need to win 7 games in order to make the playoffs, and you win 6 games with 1 game left, and then your team has 1 game at the end of the season that's do or die, and say that they win that game. Kevin knocks down 2 corner threes with less than a minute to go left in the game to win that game, and the Knicks make it to the playoffs. While that 1 game is important, right? It's important. When you look at the schedule, you say, well, it was only 1 game, But the stuff the experience, the emotion, the pressure that's felt in that when your team overcomes an obstacle to reach their goal, Kevin Knox becomes a different person because he's gone through a trial by fire and he succeeded. Now he becomes a different person going forward.
So, Freaky, what I would tell you is this, right? And I talked about this on other podcasts. It's about sample size, right? So you can't tell me that in that particular game, you may Knox or Frank Ntilikina or whomever. I don't care who it is. They had the crowning achievement for that particular game.
Right.
So does that particular game say that I'm supposed to pay you, $18 million for the next 3 years because you had 1 good game?
No.
And the previous games you came up 0. So I'm a big proponent in looking at sample size. So you have to show me over a consecutive period of time that you're consistent in doing the deed that you did to get us that win.
Right.
If you show me that, then yeah, I'm all about it.
That's
And
a great point.
I will fight anyone that says to get you up out of here because you have shown on a consistent basis that I'm available and to give you that particular.
I gotta fight for you right now, Hoodie Kev. You heard what he said. You heard what G-Man said, right? What say you?
Now, who exactly are we talking about? Is this one particular person or just people in general?
No, we're gonna use Kevin Knox because I use Kevin Knox as an example, not to rile you up, but I used him because he hadn't been being used all year, and I used him as an example of he came through in a clutch moment, and now you know what you basically have. But G-Men for Life basically said he needs to see a bigger sample size.
Yeah.
So you need to see a bigger sample size.
Yeah.
You would see this bigger sample size if there wasn't two anchors tying Kevin Knox to the bench. Two just free times about dead weight. There's two players on this team that are dead weight that give you absolutely nothing. Zero, zip, nada. I have come on here 41 times.
He done counted them 41 times.
41 times. And said that player X and player Y is garbage.
So
garbage.
Kev, let me ask you this, Kev.
Yes,
so if in that mind frame, what would it take for you to switch your mind frame on player X and player Y?
Nothing in the whole wide world. Not all the tea in China.
Wow.
Listen. The last game we played, right? I came
Which game? You talking about Orlando?
Yes.
Okay.
I came on here and everybody, the panel, the chat was like, "Oh, you got to give player X his credit. Player X did this. He won the game." And I said, "You know what? That's like saying
who is player X? Name names.
Drop some names.
John, stop. What you scared?
We all know who player X is.
You think Reggie Bullock's gonna knock on your door?
I would love for Reggie Bullock to knock him out. Oh God, please. I guarantee he won't be in the lineup on Sunday.
I
guarantee it.
So Bullock and Burks. So Bullocks and Burks. The game that they played against Orlando was a
mirage.
How should I say it?
It was a fallacy.
I agree because
it was a tease. Because we all know
it has not been done until the game against Orlando.
It took until game 42 of the season for Reggie Bullock to have a good game.
I'm with you,
I don't care. I don't care if Reggie Bullock had 19 against his team, if he had 21 against his team. That was just listen.
Mm-hmm. Go break it down. Bullock. Yeah, break it down. Go ahead.
Reggie Bullock is getting by on some preconceived notion that he's actually a good defensive player.
No,
right?
But go ahead.
So we'll watch the game. You watch the game. Breezy watched the game. Chuck B watched the game. God of Moses Elijah. Everybody watches the games, right?
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, there are times in the game that you are sitting there like, what is Reggie Bullock out there doing?
Absolutely. You are 100%.
I guarantee all of us in every single game have said that one statement about Reggie Bullock. What are you out there doing?
But more importantly, why are you even on the court?
Exactly. So, and then we'll come in here and
wait a minute. Break it up. Y'all are having too much synergy together about this Reggie Bullock.
No, this is the truth. I am breaking it down.
No,
everybody. No. This is what you wanted, Freezer. I'm about to break it down. You want the energy in the chat? I'm giving it.
Y'all was supposed to be fighting.
I'm giving the chat energy.
We agree.
He only do that with
here.
Yeah, I know.
We sit here. That's because you think that Julius Randle's better than Damian Lillard. Anyways, moving along to something more relevant. I'm gonna get to my nemesis later. Okay, as I usually.
Oh my God!
Moving on.
Pretty Kev.
Reggie Bullock will sit here and miss shot and do dumb stuff like step out of bounds. He won't even. I don't even know if he knows how to do a pump fake. because that shot where he did step out of bounds, there was 5 seconds on the clock. He didn't even have to shoot. He did something real crazy and dumb in the first place. But all he had to do was pump fake. I teach 8-year-old kids to pump fake the ball,
So
and
you
then
saying
side step, and then shoot it. But no, he want to do something dumb. First he steps out of bounds, then he takes a retarded shot in the first place. To just
can I inject something in here?
no, I'm
Please,
still going
please,
on this tangent. So we come
Please,
on
this
here
dude is
every
lost
single night and say Kevin Knox
And
can't
that's his
create
trash.
defense. We sit here and say Kevin Knox can't create his own shot.
Kevin
We sit
Knox
here and
can't
say
create his own
Kevin
shot.
Knox can't do this and
I
can't
like-
do that. But
Kevin
what
Knox
on
needs a
God's
point guard.
green earth
I like-
does
I-
Reggie Bullock contribute night in and night out other than frustration? I got to take Tums every time I see Reggie Bullock on the court.
I like hold on. I like Kevin Knox playmaking, man. I like the synergy
Oh,
between
my
when they come when it's Knox and Obi.
What
Don't kiss up,
playmaking?
don't kiss up to him. You ain't
Ralph.
got to kiss up the hoodie cat.
Now I gotta give credit with that. That's the only thing I gotta give. That's the only good thing I want to say to about Kevin
Bro,
Knox.
so let me say this. What playmaking does Kevin Knox has?
When he gets
Zero.
when he
Act
gets
like-
when he gets a rebound and he brings it down the court and he about to give an alley oop to Obi.
God.
Hold on, but Kev trying to act like Kevin Knox ain't never caught the ball.
Some of the-
and stepped
I
out of
guarantee-
bounds.
I guarantee
seen
this.
that. I think
Three
I seen
out
that.
of-
I've seen-
out of top-
seen that.
Seen what?
You acting like
Kevin
Kevin
Knox do
Knox has
something
never
goofy on
caught
the
the
floor.
ball in the corner and step out of bounds. I've seen it before.
Hold on, that was a bad call though. That was a bad call. Early in the
that was a
season,
bad call. Now
yeah,
it's a bad
he
call.
didn't step out of bounds. Bro, that was a situation.
Not even that game. I'm talking about previous games.
I wanna add-
before.
let-
He's
let-
done
I wanna
that.
add-
There's a
Hold
Dragon
on.
Ball Z reference, ladies and
I want to hold
gentlemen,
on. Sid, I
Dragon
want
Ball
to ask
Z
you. I want to
reference.
ask you a question, a hypothetical question that goes to your heart.
Mm.
Okay, the game against Brooklyn.
Oh, no.
If that was Kevin Knox in that corner,
Mm.
do you believe that he would have made it?
No.
No.
Absolutely
No.
not.
Get
No.
off
No.
this panel. Turn.
No.
What am I doing? Kevin,
He
I
wouldn't have
guarantee-
made it.
he wouldn't have
Man.
made it.
Think about
He
Kev.
wouldn't have made it.
No.
There is no play. Listen. There is no 1 through 15. There is not
Oh,
one player that
my
I would
God.
want to take that shot on the New York Knicks right
Kev.
now.
Oh my God.
Kevin
Yeah,
Oh
my
my
man
God.
saying there was a song. A dude wrote a song about Kevin Knox corner three. Never would have made it. You ever heard that song? Never would have made it.
That's a gospel song, by the way.
Dude,
By the way.
I guarantee if
Never
there's
would have
one
made it.
player
Kevin
on this
Knox would have.
team,
Kev.
I guarantee. Here's it.
Kev,
Kevin
you
Knox.
can't even guarantee that. You know why?
Yes, I can. You want to
You know why you can't guarantee it? I'm gonna
Because
tell
he's
you
never
why.
done it.
What?
You
Well,
didn't-
Hold on.
Listen,
What
you had
hasn't Kevin
spoiled
Knox
milk
done?
for the last couple of days. You couldn't even guarantee that for your kicks. So you can't even guarantee
Hold
that
on, hold
Kevin
on.
Knox is going
Hold
to
on.
hit a corner three.
Hold on. What hasn't Kevin Knox done? So let me go ahead and
what
let me shut
has-
this down.
okay.
What hasn't Kevin Knox done?
I'm
He's
hit a
done
buzzer beater?
everything. He's
Hit a buzzer
He's-
beater, hit a game winning shot.
listen. He's done everything that everybody else on the team has done. He's made some threes and he's missed some.
Some threes,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
No.
Facts.
I'm talking about like buzzer beating shots.
When
He's
is
made
Kevin
some
Knox
threes
taking
and he's
a
missed
City,
some.
and-
That's
and
all
the-
he's done.
And in the game that Kevin Knox played in Tampa, they kicked out a shot to Kevin Knox right in the corner for three.
Yep.
He missed it, right?
Yep.
And then he went to the locker room and came back with bandages on his arm like a POW. Right? Y'all remember that when he had the black
That is
bandages
literally
on his hand?
not even
And you
true.
like, yo, what did you do? And they were like, he broke he hurt something in his hand shooting a jump shot.
Really?
You ain't never heard
Freezy
something
is-
so weird.
Yeah,
in your
Freezy
entire
is
life.
on some BS right now. This
You
is what
telling me he
happened.
didn't get hurt in that
Kevin
Tampa?
Knox went up. Kevin Knox went up
He
and
hurt
was
himself
slamming on Aaron
shooting.
Baines.
He hurt himself.
Aaron Baines mugged him
Oh,
because we know
my
the Knicks
God.
don't get no calls.
Oh,
Wait a
my
minute, did
God.
you
He
say
got
Kevin Knox?
mugged,
Did you say
hurt
Kevin
his
Knox tried to
hand
dunk on somebody?
Oh, my
trying to dunk. Oh, like we've never. Oh, wait, are you trying to say we've never seen Kevin Knox dunk on nobody?
Oh, we seen
Nick,
Kevin
What was that?
Nick,
2
Nick.
years ago?
That was
Has
what,
it
3
happened?
seasons ago?
So,
What was that? 2
so-
years ago?
Has it happened?
What was that? 5 years ago?
Has it happened?
we get back to sample size, right? So
No
tell
matter
me,
when has it happened.
so tell me in the last, let's say 5 games, the last 5 games that Kevin Knox had an impact on the game. Give me that.
He only comes in at the end. What impact can you have? You either
Pause.
down by 20 or
I'm-
up by
I'm-
20.
I'm just saying sample size, right? So
That makes no sense. When Kevin Knox comes in the game, it's already over. So what impact can he have?
So Kev, let me ask you this.
He played 6 minutes in the second quarter.
What are you basing your opinion on Kevin Knox on if he only plays 2 to 3 minutes a game?
Because I've seen with my own eyes the talent of Kevin Knox.
When? In 2 minutes? Again?
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Of the last 3, 4...
No, we ain't asking questions. State your point.
I am.
Your point.
Of the last 4 years...
No.
Listen to what I am saying because I'm going to break it down for you about the talent of Kevin Knox.
Oh, my God.
Of the last 4 years of Knicks drafted players.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
How many of them have won Rookie of the Month?
We don't care.
Oh, my God.
We don't care.
I'm asking the question. That's
not Knox in December. Knox in December.
Which one of them, if any, have been named to an all-rookie team?
So that's not important because
it is important. No, it is because Knicks fans. Hold on, Knicks fans. No. Knicks fans had a conniption. Was going on a rant because RJ Barrett got left off the rookie team. So now it's not important when it comes to another Knicks player that's fell out of favor. But people was literally about to riot.
Oh my God!
Because there's a difference.
Because RJ Barrett got left off the all rookie team. But now you sit here and say it don't matter that y'all rookie team.
Y'all slow down because y'all gonna make Hoodie Cav leave. Hoodie Cav.
Kevin, I'm here for I'm here for the extra tonight. I've been wanting to get this out. Do I got to bring out the hoodie?
So,
go get
No.
Because right now, I don't know if the hoodie gives you superpowers or whatever the case may be, but if that's the case, go get it. Go get it.
Because the first thing is I'm not hearing anything from y'all other than excuses of why Kevin Knox is a better offensive talent than RJ Barrett.
You said the right thing. You're not hearing anything. You're not listening.
Because y'all want to make excuses. Y'all want to sit here and turn a blind eye to one of the most promising young Knicks players on the entire roster.
That's better than turning the blind ear. You ain't never seen
because you hold on. Because you see Emmanuel quickly out here jacking every shot, and because he can hit a free throw, he's the next coming up Walt Frazier because Emmanuel quickly hits 90% of his free throws, and he's the next superstar because he's the next superstar point guard in the league because he can hit free throws.
Well, if you think Kevin Knox is, why can't somebody else think that?
Emmanuel quickly. No. I saw Emmanuel quickly take 19 shots. They get 21 points.
So,
and I swear, and I promise you, had that been Elbert Payton, we would have came in here and said, Elbert Payton can't shoot. Elbert Payton got to go. Elbert Payton is a bum. But because it was
people are complaining.
Emmanuel quickly who did it, he gets a whole pass.
Hold on,
Kev. We say every time we sit here and say Elbert Payton gets 21 points.
Hold on. Let me speak to him.
We don't say not one thing.
Kev. First of all, people are saying it, especially Chuck, and it's growing too. A lot of people, and even Rock Cleveland, a lot of people that is being talked about. Emmanuel quickly is shooting more, and passing less. That is being talked about right now. But you are making a good point. The thing is that Emmanuel quickly does get to the free throw line, is getting you 90% of his free throws. He gets to the free throw line. I wish Kevin Knox was doing that, getting you 90% of the free throw line and drawing fouls. That would.
So I guess my question here is this: what's your point on Kevin Knox?
Right. What's the point? What was all of that? So we heard all that. What's the point?
The point is, Kevin
because
Knox.
You started with Reggie. Because you started with player X. You said player X in such and such, and then now we're talking about Emmanuel quickly.
Yeah,
we're done. No, we're done with quickly. We're done with quickly.
No,
let's get back to Knox. So
as time goes on, and Freezy has said this on plenty of occasions, the Knicks fans will eat their young.
Yes, that's what we do.
Okay,
they will.
And Chuck B is one of them. Dude, right there is one of them.
As you are no longer the flavor of the month, you have no use to us.
Okay, right. So how does that relate to Knox again?
What do you mean? I literally just said it. Kevin Knox had basically the same rookie season that RJ Barrett had. He literally almost had the exact.
No.
Look at the stats. The stats are basically the same.
Stats ain't everything, Kev.
No.
You're right, because technically you can say Kevin Knox had a better season.
Oh my God!
You can say Kevin Knox had a better rookie season
Oh
because
Kev.
did RJ Barrett win Rookie of the Month? Was RJ Barrett voted to the All Rookie team? Oh, he wasn't. So that means that Kevin Knox in a better draft class had a better year than RJ Barrett did. So
hey, hold on.
I will tell you this.
Hey, hold on.
Let
Let me do something real quick. Hey, City, are you listening to this nonsense?
Yes.
Are you listening? You hearing this nonsense, man?
Yes. And this is what
and you heard Chuck B co-sign it, right? Chuck B was like, "Yeah, Kev, get him, Kev." You hear Chuck B over there? Oh, cheerleading ass Chuck B. Pom Chuck over there co-signing all that mess. Hoodie Cap say, "Go ahead and speak your point, man. I'll move out the way. Go ahead."
Yo, freeze. No, so check it. This is what I was gonna say, right? Kevin Knox compared to RJ Barrett. Let's just say this, regardless of what their rookie seasons look like, you know when somebody's got heart. Okay. You know when somebody's got that thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know when somebody ticker is beaten to where they ain't gonna be no, oh, I'm just gonna go sit back in the corner and chill and come out the next game and not do nothing.
Right.
RJ's got that. He's got that heart. He's got that battle. He's got the battle axe on his back. Like, you know what I'm saying? And with that being said, if he has a bad game, no, you don't see RJ sitting in the corner.
He shrug it off.
He gonna come back out the next day and guess what? Take it to the rack on somebody and get an N1.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You don't
Macri see Kevin Knox do that.
You know what Macri said on the show? Macri was on Friday morning with us, right? And I said, Mac, listen, RJ Barrett had a stretch where he shot 0 for 21, and then he made a marginal improvement, and then he shot 2 for 21. Mac was like, nah, he shot 0 for 21. He shot poorly to get out of that stretch because he was shooting atrocious and upgraded to poor. And then he went back to atrocious by shooting 1 for 21, right? Yep. But after 0 for 21, guess what he did? He shot 47.5% from 3 ever since.
Yep.
47.5% from 3 ever since. What Kevin Knox does is if he takes one, he does this thing and it's weird. He takes one shot and it's a heat check. If he makes that shot, he's going to give you all his energy. If he misses that shot,
it's over.
Then it's over. He ain't gonna produce nothing. He ain't gonna rebound, play D, none of that.
That's
right. Because he does that one shot. If it goes in, he's gonna give you every ounce of Kevin Knox. But if he misses, you ain't getting nothing. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting nothing. I'm gonna bring them back in and move out the way.
What I'm saying, man, the cowardly lion.
Yeah, right. That's it. That City for real. I could not have said it any better than that. You are 100% correct in that from that aspect, right? So again, I say we have.
This was the worst stretch of 2 minutes of talking I have heard. Y'all is on some what we like to call BS because you know what? If Hart, the only time Hart matters is in Captain Planet. Okay?
Oh my God!
Captain
Oh my God!
Planet.
Oh my God!
Oh, you got Hart. That's great. Oh, that's wonderful.
Jesus Christ.
When Hart wins you something, let me know. Okay?
Hey, Hart gonna win you everything all day, every day.
Hey,
don't even do that. Don't even do that, Kev.
Knicks, the last three coaches of the New York Knicks have completely ruined and sabotaged everything that was great about.
Don't even do
Kevin
that,
Knox.
Kev. Don't even do that because I will tell you this: if you ain't got the heart, you ain't even gonna show your talent. So knock it off.
Right.
What is heart? How do you define heart?
Come on, man. You already know what it is.
No. Because is it something that's quantifiable? How do you define heart?
Yes, it's quantifiable.
Ooh,
yes.
I would love to know the equation.
Well, I'll give you.
I'll tell you. Here's the equation. Tommy Hearns was fighting a dude named Marvin Hagler, right?
Mm,
And Tommy Hearns hit Marvin Hagler with this right hand that would have knocked over a moving truck, right? Knocked it over on its side. Hagler stopped in his place, and he was like, "Are you trying to embarrass me?" And Hagler got ready to move forward, and Hearns hit him with another right hand that would have knocked a bull off his feet, right? But this time it put a cut on Hagler's eye, and you can see the blood trickle down past his nose and into his mouth, right? And Hagler did like this and tasted the blood, his own blood, and went on a rampage. He went on a rampage. The killer came out of Hagler. He wound up stopping Hearns, right, in 2 rounds, right? Because Hearns gave him everything he had, but Hagler was like, "Y'all feel that? That thing inside y'all rib cage. Y'all feel that? Y'all feel that thing? It's like in between your chest and your back. It start pumping to get you excited. Like when things get down, that thing start pumping. And sometimes it pumps so hard that you can hear it in your ears. Right? Can you feel that? Can you feel that blood flowing in your veins, man? Can you feel that thing? That thing that turn little boys into men. Do you feel that thing? Do you feel that thing that make you harken back to your ancestors?
Yes, sir.
The thing that lets you know that you alive. Can you feel that?
Yes, sir.
Right? Can you feel that when it's third down and 3, and you facing a running back that's been stoppable all day, but you got to get him off the field?
Boy,
can you feel that? Can you feel it?
Can I add to your point, Freezy?
Raphael, can you feel it when you walking out the gas station? All you trying to do is go home, and some total stranger just bump you in the door and don't say nothing. Can you feel that? Right. Can you, Raphael? Can you feel that when a team is flipping bottles on your home court just because the other team feel like they're better than you?
Boy, stop.
Can you feel that? Can you feel it when a Hall of Fame or maybe the greatest player of all time bumps your point guard because your point guard is nothing and he disrespecting you at every turn? Wow. Can you feel that? Wow. Kevin Knox, can you feel that? Can you feel that thing that's beating inside your rib cage? You know what that thing is?
That's your heart, baby.
That thing is hot. And some of us have a little bit of it, and some of us have a lot of it.
I would like to treat this witness as hostile.
Right. 2 words for you: fight or flight.
So let me ask you a question. I'm going to give you one player. I'm going to give you a scenario of one player.
Who?
One of the greatest players to ever put on an NBA jersey.
Who?
A great champion.
Who?
His name, and y'all, some of y'all are older than me. I know 3 of y'all at least are older than me.
Yeah, I am. So go ahead. Who's the player?
Does Scottie Pippen have a heart?
Oh my God.
I'm going somewhere with this. Does Scottie Pippen
That's a good question. I think that's a good question.
So I would say for Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan drove Scottie Pippen to have heart.
That's a good one.
Right.
Because I was a young boy in 19. Actually, I was probably still wearing diapers or a pull up, but I saw ESPN Classic, so I know. So in I want to say 89. It was either 89 or 90. I saw a young Scottie Pippen go up for a dunk against the Detroit Pistons.
Okay.
Now, yeah, correct my knowledge. Because I could be wrong. Now, either it was Rodman or it was Lambeer. I think it was Rodman. I saw Dennis Rodman push Scottie Pippen to the ground.
Yep.
Right?
I don't see that.
Was that Dennis Rodman? I think it was Dennis Rodman.
I want to answer too. I think Scottie Pippen, when he dunked on Patrick Ewing,
This is later on.
Okay, cool. But to answer your question, I think he has a little bit of heart. When I saw him do that when I was young, I was like, "Yo, that was pretty big." In my eyes, that's one of the biggest.
I think Scottie Pippen is fake tough.
No, but hold on. So let me
might be right though, Freezy.
So,
you might be right.
I saw Charles Oakley hold him in a bear hug and slap him across the face when he was a rookie, and they got the videotape to prove it. A grown man don't get slapped across the face by another grown man.
Hold on.
And then
you added to my argument. So that happened in his rookie year. So this incident happened a couple years later, right? So
it was Rick Mahorn. It was not Dennis Rodman.
Okay, Rick Mahorn. Scottie Pippen sat there on the ground. He sat there on the ground. And it was at that moment in time. If you ask me, because a lot of people probably agree. It was at that moment in time when Scottie Pippen sat there on the ground being pushed down by Rick Mahorn. He said, "You know what? What time is it? 1:31. I ain't taking this shit no more."
Kev, people watch this on replay.
Excuse me. But
yeah, people watch it.
You probably feel like Scottie Pippen probably had that moment. And that's when he became Scottie Pippen that we know. Because you saw it. You saw that in Scottie. You saw something turn on in Scottie after that. Because from that moment, he was a completely different player. Now, maybe with certain people, there has to be a moment. There has to be an element in somebody for that to come. Maybe it's just not natural, right?
I'm gonna ask Chuck B.
I got one for you too after that.
Has to happen for you for that to click. Because not everybody is born with the same kind of oomph. Maybe it has to be brought out of some people.
I get that. I get everything you just said, and that was a eloquent soliloquy that you just laid out, right? But what does that have to do with Kevin Knox?
Right. Maybe Kevin Knox is a type of player that something has to happen to bring out that dog in him. Maybe he's just young, and maybe that maturity has not happened in him. But I'm not going to sit here and say that he doesn't have heart because he just turned 21, because maybe that's just not him. Maybe he just has to grow into that. Maybe something has to happen for him to grow into that. Maybe him being benched will give him the adversity. Because there's one thing that everyone says about Kevin Knox. Every coach, everyone says that Kevin Knox will work hard. So people give this thing that Kevin Knox is just sitting at home playing video games.
Who said that?
But if you there's a lot of Knicks fans who say Kevin Knox is just sitting at home.
A lot of people say that Fortnite. I hear Kev get a lot of Fortnite jokes
about Kevin Knox playing Fortnite.
The Fortnite jokes. Oh, Kevin Knox is probably playing Fortnite. He gets a lot of Fortnite.
Everybody says a lot of people.
Let me ask.
I'm trying to get to the point of who said Kevin Knox had heart on the floor. That's what I want to know. Who said that?
Right. Hey, so City wanted to jump in real quick.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yo, so what I was gonna say was this, right? To what Kev was saying, it's like this, right? You only as strong, right? When you talk about Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan had heart.
That's right.
Scottie Pippen got his heart from Michael Jordan. You know why?
Absolutely.
When you're a wolf pack, you only as strong as your leader. When you see your leader wild out, you wild out. You go all in. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is why we say Kevin Knox does not have heart, because it shouldn't take anybody else to do something for you to be able to handle your business.
But hold on,
let me ask. I just want to ask Chuck B something real quick, because Chuck B been mad quiet. Hey Chuck, when you go to work, right? When you go out, right? And somebody check your heart. They do a heart check. Like you walk in, you minding your business. Maybe you got your head down and you doing something, and somebody bump into you, right? Say at work or something. They bump into you at work, and you back up, and they look at you, and they be like, "What?" So what happens then?
Well,
I'm talking about for you, not in general. I'm talking about for Chuck B.
I check them, but
right, because we can't get past this moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't get we ain't no getting past this moment when I got my head down, I'm doing such and such, and you bump into me out the blue, right? Immediately, I'm thinking this is intentional, because there's a lot of space out here, and you bumped into me, and then you're gonna ask me what, Uncle Freezy? What you looking at?
Yeah.
Do I sit down on the ground and ask somebody to help me with some heart?
No, you remember when Boys in the Hood, when Ice Cube and them was outside, and they bumped into Ricky. Yeah. Ice Cube said, "Problem here?"
Yeah.
And he lifted up. Yeah. That's it right there. But what I was gonna say about the RJ and Knox thing is Knox is not afforded the opportunities that RJ is. Knox can't go 1 for 27 from 3 or whatever RJ did.
Right.
Knox can't do half of that. He'll be long gone. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. At first I thought it was because he was the 3rd pick, but quickly get the same treatment. So it's not the pick. So certain players get more opportunity than others, and Knox is just on that list of less opportunity. So to me, it's more about opportunity than heart.
Right.
And RJ just get more opportunity to fail than Kevin Knox.
All right. So I understand where you going with that. But I think in order for us to draw, so I'm gonna say in layman's terms, draw a line in the sand.
Mm-hmm.
But in real terms, I'm gonna say that certain players get afforded certain opportunities. I think it has nothing to do with where they were drafted, just like what you said.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has more to do with the personality of the player, right? Because RJ Barrett will shoot 0 for 21 and continue shooting, and it doesn't faze him that he misses because he believes that much in himself. Kevin Knox goes 0 for 4 and he drops his head, and you can see his confidence is shaking. Right. So it's kind of like you're saving him from himself in a certain way. Whereas RJ Barrett, you want to save him from himself, but he's a grinder. I think what we have to do is what happens is we can't look at it as linear. Like Kevin Knox and RJ Barrett are the same player, and then they're treated different because they're not the same player and they don't have the same mentality. They're different people, different skill sets, and different mindsets. Like to me, Kevin Knox is soft, not in a way, not in a not in a I can check test his manhood way, but I mean in a way like the smallest things will get to him, will bother him. Whereas like with me personally, the small things don't get to me. Sometimes people say, I don't care about stuff, right? They be like, man, you don't care about nothing. And I care, I just don't show like this, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas others, the slightest little thing will have them sensitive and they care about all this stuff. So the smallest little thing will send them over the edge and have them doubt themselves and all kind of stuff. So I'm kind of like a RJ Barrett in that mindset. But at the same time, there are others that the smallest little thing will kind of set them back some. And that's why I think Kevin Knox is. That's why I think we can't compare Kevin Knox to RJ Barrett in that way, because they're different skill sets with different mentalities, different mental makeups. You know what I'm saying? Is that what you're getting at?
I would agree with that if we didn't have Frank. Right?
What?
I said I would agree with that if we didn't have Frank.
I don't understand why you brought that up.
Oh, because Frank went through his shooting struggles too. Okay. And he was afforded to keep and he hang his head as well.
Right.
And you could see the confidence go from him. But he still get the opportunity to keep at it.
So why don't we give Knox the opportunity?
That's what's baffling. We have Obi out there who can't do anything.
He can't even walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But we'll run him out there before Knox. And Knox is better than Obi.
Yeah, not right now. Knox is better than Obi, right?
Yeah, but
Obi is also 2 years older than Knox, which is crazy, right? That's crazy, right?
Yeah. So
okay, go
figure.
Right, I'm gonna bring everybody else on, and I'm gonna hop off for a little bit and watch. But occasionally I'm gonna just drop in. I'm gonna pull one of y'all. Let me tell everybody. So, okay, so y'all, what I want to do is I understand everybody has something that they want to talk about. So occasionally, what I'm gonna do is just isolate one or two people just so that they can get their point out without being interrupted. Because I know sometimes we get a little heated, right? So what I want to do also is say, RC Creative, thank you for the super chat. Knicks are like Lord of the Flies. In order to survive on the island, you have to eat. You eat or get eaten. Knox ain't trying to eat. So basically, he's saying Knox is gonna get eaten. So Chuck D made a good point, right? Kevin Knox is better than Obi Toppin, but Obi is getting minutes. I agree, right? But at the same time, our Knicks first round picks, we play them through their ups and downs. We played Knox through his ups and downs. We played RJ through his ups and downs. We played Quickly through his ups and downs. We played Frank through his ups and downs. So now it's Obi's turn to play through his ups and downs. I'm not saying it's justified, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Even though I feel like Knox right now is a better player than Obi Toppin. City, what do you say about that?
Yo, about the Knox and Obi thing.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, man. Honestly, I could tell you this. I feel like this, right? It does. I feel like, so Knox has been in the league for what? How many years now?
This is his
3.
third.
Right? So, and I get it. Some guys take 3 years. Some guys take 4 years. Some guys take 5 years to show what they got to show. Some guys come in and just automatically are proven to be what they're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But if you compare the two, I could not even tell you, like, you know what I'm saying? Because this is Obi's first year, but then we talking about a guy like Knox who's had 3 years in the league. Frank has had like 4 years in the league and still doing the same things that he was doing when he was a rookie. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we can say, oh, yo, you know, it's because he had this coach and switch, that coach, this coach, that coach, or whatever. No, if you a player and you got it, it does not matter what coach you got. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
hey, Ty Barbie, excuse me, Ty Barbie in the building. How you doing, bro? Hey, shout out to Todd. What's good, man? Hey, it's good to see you. How you been? Man, throw something in the chat. You know I can't read your mind. How you been, Ty?
Go ahead, City.
oh, but yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. So comparing the two, we can compare the three and look at it and say all of them are timid guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just come off as timid guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you just look at them as how you perceive them to be, their personality wise, they just all seem like timid guys. They don't seem like those guys that's gonna you know, come out and do the thing and yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just
Hold on.
They just don't seem like those guys.
Hold on.
I'm just
so
saying.
Let me ask you a question. In order to be a player, you got to be a rah-rah, pound on your chest, be a gorilla. Those are the only people who.
There's
nobody in the league that's passive. Nobody has a passive demeanor.
That's not.
I guess
what,
that's right. Okay,
that's not what I'm saying.
That is what you're saying. You said
no.
They aren't the people that are like rah-rah, get in your face, yell. So that's a problem. You have to be that way, right? You have to be that way. I'm asking. Then what difference does it make?
Listen.
Then what difference does it make?
You know what difference it makes?
Please.
The difference that it makes is it gives you, right? It gives you the perception, right? It gives other people the perception of, you know what? I don't really want to mess with this guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I mean? Like, it's not. I'm not talking basketball. I'm just talking about putting out an aura. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you on the floor, just putting out an aura. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being one of those guys that like, you know what I'm saying? When you got that energy, right? When you got the energy, like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you one example of why that's a ridiculous take. And his name is Tim Duncan. Because Tim Duncan was the most passive, laid-back person in the world. But Tim Duncan was a killer.
And that's the only take
Tim Duncan was a killer. But Tim Duncan didn't give you no emotion.
And that's the only take you could give.
Oh no,
because
there's plenty.
he's
But here's the
special.
thing. So how can you have a no? There's several. Because Ray Allen was like that. Ray Allen was passive.
Come on,
Ray
we
Allen
all
didn't
know
do
Ray.
anything.
Come on.
I can keep
Come on.
going down the list. There's a
Come
list. So I'm trying to figure out how Tim Duncan can go 18, 19 years and was not a rah-rah beating him out. He was not Kevin Garnett. Because
Yeah,
Tim Duncan and Kevin Garnett was polar opposites.
Because we know Tim
Polar
Duncan.
opposites.
We know Tim Duncan, but we talking about Kevin Knox. We talking
You
about
said
how this
no.
has to
You
do
gave a
with
definition.
Knox.
You gave a whole definition of this is the kind of player, and you got to do this, this, and this. And I said, well, one of the greatest players of all time literally did the exact opposite of what you said you have to do.
What I'm saying is your perception. You see what I mean? You forgot about that.
No.
I'm talking about
what was the perception of Tim Duncan?
The perception of Tim Duncan is just like what everybody else thought. He was soft. He was quiet. Although he did his thing, but that's what people thought about him. You see what I'm saying?
So
I'm
a
talking about the
five-time
perception.
NBA champion, a multi-time
Yes,
MVP,
and yes. And
was
people thought
soft.
he was soft. Yes.
The
people
greatest
thought he
power
was soft.
forward of all
Am I
time was soft.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Who else thought Tim
Am I
Duncan was
wrong?
soft?
Am
Yes,
I
you're wrong.
Am I
They
wrong?
just thought he was quiet, not soft. Quiet.
No,
Like-
anybody know Tim Duncan was no soft.
Just
People
quiet,
thought he
I'm
was
not
saying,
quiet.
I'm saying,
But he wasn't quiet on the court. He used to complain so much. He used to make me sick to my stomach every time the whistle blow. Tim Duncan going to a referee. Man, shut your behind up, Tim Duncan. All that doggone crying.
So
I ain't care nothing about that. You
Freezy,
talking about Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was quiet off the court, but on the court, the dude complained like he was a crybaby.
so Freezy, to the original question for the conversation is, how does this equate to Kevin Knox?
Right. Thank you.
that's what I was saying.
That's what I want to know.
That's,
How does this equate to Kevin Knox?
so Hoodie
Because
Kev is using
apparently
conjecture.
Knicks fans want Kevin Knox to act like Ron Artest or something.
Hold on.
And then if he acted like Ron Artest,
hold on.
he'd be one of the greatest players of all time if he acted like Ron Artest.
What? Okay, so tell me why you.
Because that's what I'm getting. Apparently, that's what I'm getting from y'all.
What? No, I want to know.
It's not about pure talent, right? It's not about talent. It's about demeanor.
Okay, so
Y'all
You
ain't
have
gotta be
all the
scared of
talent
Hoodie
in
Kev.
the world.
Raphael, you
Huh?
mighty quiet. You scared of Hoodie Kev? Hoodie Kev.
Tell me.
I gave credit about Kevin Knox when I needed to, but I mean I'm not gonna make Kevin Knox a starter right now.
No,
I'm not gonna make him a starter.
no.
But to
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask one question.
ask me.
Is if Kevin Knox be a deterrent to this team if he was a starter?
What?
Would
Yes.
Kevin Knox be a deterrent to this team
Yes.
if he was the starter?
Yes.
How?
Yes.
I think
How?
he'll be similar. Let me answer that question too. Also, I think he'll be similar to Frank Ntilikina, where the whole team has to sort of like pick him up and say like, listen, what else? I wanted to say that Tom Thibodeau on the post interview, he gave credit to Frank Ntilikina for his courage to take the shots that he needed.
Mhm.
And I see something similar, maybe a little different, but if Kevin Knox was to start, I think he will struggle just like Obi struggles, just like Frank struggles, and he'll have the same problems as them. But I expect the similar from Frank Ntilikina. He will have some good games, and then he'll have days where he disappears, and people are wondering where he is, and that's my expectation. That's what I expect, and what I would anticipate from Kevin Knox. Something very similar, Frank Ntilikina, and again, we all got to. I mean.
Okay, so this is ridiculous.
I just want to say this thing. John Calipari. I just want to say this last word. John Calipari said when we drafted him that we had to be patient, and that's what makes Kevin Knox sort of like an enigma, so to speak. Like it's hard to you can't make him a starter. He has the talent, and can he figure it
so
out?
here's the thing. Okay, and Ralph, I like you, and I don't want you to take this personally.
Okay,
That's
go ahead.
ridiculous. And it's ridiculous, and I'll tell you why it's ridiculous, right? Because you brought up Frank, and you said Frank disappears, and da-da-da-da-da-da. And Kevin Knox disappear, and you got to pick him up, right? But earlier in this show, I brought up a 9-year NBA veteran. A 9-year NBA veteran that does the stupidest things on the court. The stupidest things on the court. But we don't say his teammates got to pick him up. We don't say when he goes 1 for 9 and scores 0 points in the second half. We don't say not one word.
What are we talking about?
If you don't know who I'm talking about,
1 for 9.
You ain't watched a New York Knicks game this season.
We're talking about.
So you can sit here and talk about Frank being a negative. You can sit here and talk about Kevin Knox being a negative. But one of your starters, who you just give a pass
Call
to.
names. Call names. Call names.
Give me names, man. That's not just
Reggie Bullock.
Okay.
You sit here and you talk trash about Frank Ntilikina being a negative. You talk about Kevin Knox being a negative. You talk about Obi Toppin being a negative. But yet, game after game after game, Reggie Bullock does nothing.
I think it has
He's
to do.
out there for cardio.
I got you, but I got you. If you're talking
cardio.
potential, if you're talking potential, I think
Reggie Bullock is 30 years old. He been in the league 9 years. He ain't got no more potential.
You're talking potential of Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox potential. I get Kevin Knox potential, but what I'm trying to say is, I think it might have to do with possibly the courage of staying confident during tough times, and that's why
Reggie Bullock do something dumb and hang his head.
So Ralph.
Hold on. Ralph, answer that question. Have you seen Reggie Bullock do something dumb and hang his head? Like, my fault, I messed up. I know that's me. I know I just fouled this guy and got him a 4-point play. Have you seen Reggie Bullock do that?
I've seen it much, but he doesn't look unconfident. I don't think I wouldn't consider him an unconfident player. So
he's confident but incompetent.
So
that's what you're saying.
I'm gonna save Ralph right now. I'm gonna interject myself into this conversation right now because what you don't realize is what Tom Thibodeau is saying to do off the bench. So when he sends Bullock into the game, there's a mindset there of what Bullock is supposed to do and what he's not supposed to do. So
what is he supposed to do?
He's supposed to go in and score. And we saw that in the Orlando.
Hold on.
Don't interrupt me.
Wait.
I didn't interrupt you. Let me finish my thought.
Let him finish, Kev.
What I'm saying is this. So we don't know what Tom Thibodeau told Reggie Bullock to do coming off the bench. In the Orlando game, he just happened to get a shot off. Him and Burks were a tag team that we didn't see coming. We didn't see that coming. And we asked for that the whole entirety of the game. So we cannot crucify a player because we don't know what the coach told him to do.
Right.
Go ahead, Kev.
That's a great point.
Oh,
so that's a great point. So how you say it? Ricky, I can't even say it. How you say it? I don't know what you're talking about. So the thing is he's right. We are not privy to the conversations that are had in the locker room, right? We don't know what the coach is telling these players to do, right? The only thing we can judge
it's the big one.
The only thing we can judge them on is what we see on the court.
Yep.
Right. And so when you see Emmanuel quickly come out the box and just shoot a lot. No. You know what I'm saying? All you can say is that the coaching staff told him to shoot it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because Emmanuel
100% Freezy.
100%. Emmanuel quickly at Kentucky was not the player that
Emmanuel quickly can't do whatever he wants to do. He can't.
No. Don't let Freezy do this.
Emmanuel quickly can't do whatever he wants with Tom Thibodeau. Are you crazy? He'll yank you so fast.
That's what I'm trying to tell him, and I keep hitting this button on Kev because what we want to do is make sure that like when Hoodie Kev speaks, everybody sits and is quiet and let Hoodie Kev talk. But then when everybody else speaks, Hoodie Kev is like, no.
Hey,
Freezy.
Freezy. This is a guy that had a bad reputation with Karl Anthony Towns in Minnesota because Tom Thibodeau's not going to let Emmanuel quickly do whatever he wants.
Stop, because this is what Freezy does. Don't
Hoodie Kev, let everybody else. That's all I'm saying. Hoodie Kev, all I'm saying is let everybody else. Like we legit just let you. We legit just let Hoodie Kev.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna support you, Kev.
Hold on.
Kev.
So what I want to say, Kev, can somebody else talk?
Freezy, you're doing his own.
Kev. That's all we want to do is Smitty, we trying to pass the mic, right?
Right.
Even if we do or don't agree, we pass this mic and let others speak and let others have their time to express their opinions and thoughts. Right.
Well, you know what?
And whether I agree or disagree, I'm not going to cut you off.
Right.
All right, yo, check it, Freeze, check it. So you gave him about 30 seconds in the timeout. Let's see what he got to say.
Can I please talk? Okay. So what y'all doing is y'all is falling for this trap that Freezy is setting for y'all, right? Because this is how it started. And I'm gonna tell you how y'all fell for it. G-Man said we don't know what Tom Thibodeau asked of the player. The conversation was about Reggie Bullock.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And what did Freezy do? Who did Freezy bring up? Did he bring up Reggie Bullock? And what Tom Thibodeau asked? No. He brought up Emmanuel quickly to get everyone off of Reggie Bullock and talk about Emmanuel quickly, right? Because Emmanuel quickly can do things. But we didn't sit here and say, Reggie Bullock, Tom Thibodeau said, hey, Reggie Bullock, I need you to go 1 for 10. That's what I want you to do. I want you to go 1 for 10, and I want you to miss 6 wide open threes. That's what I want you to do, right?
So I feel like you just don't like Reggie Bullock.
Because
Reggie Bullock has played good defense.
When has he played good defense?
Is he inconsistent? Yes, he is inconsistent. But guess what? Reggie Bullock is the only guy that we have sometimes on the court that's running around chasing guys on screens, hustling, running around chasing this guy, running around chasing that guy. Like, who else does that?
So and to City's point, how many times has Bullock not been in the starting 5?
One time.
When?
Against Orlando. That was the only game he has not played and started.
Okay. So if the head coach that sees these players at practice and in the game, and okay. So I'm just saying. So in that aspect, in that time frame, if you have not seen the fact that you need to pull him out of the starting 5 or the starting lineup, what does that say about Bullock's minutes?
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Have you seen one game Reggie Bullock go 1 for 10, then 3 for 11, then 2 for 9, then 4 for 12, then 1 for 8? Hold on. You've seen this. Because we can pull up Reggie Bullock's shooting stats, and I guarantee the lines look just like that. I guarantee the lines look Reggie Bullock has 4 points, 5 points, 7 points, 2 points, 3 points, 7 points,
Kev,
12 points, 9 points, 3 points.
Kev, I would not disagree with you in any of what you just said.
So we can sit here and say Reggie Bullock shouldn't be starting. Reggie Bullock wouldn't be a starter on any other team. Reggie Bullock is garbage. Reggie Bullock will start every single game here.
Right.
So you are absolutely correct.
Right.
But what I would tell you is this: based on what our personnel roster is right now, with the injuries and who's out for whatever reason, Reggie Bullock is the guy.
Right.
He's the guy.
Why? Hold on.
Wait. So Kev, you just spoke before. G-Man for real, for life. I just want to jump in and say something, and I'm sure City and God Moses Elijah want to say something. So we're gonna pass the mics just so that But the thing is nobody is saying that Reggie Bullock should be the starter.
Right.
I'm not saying that. As a matter of fact, I think Reggie Bullock should be coming off the bench. Should be the second or third guard off the bench.
I
right?
agree.
But right now we don't have the personnel to do that.
Yes.
And plus, Reggie Bullock is a guard / forward. Kevin Knox is a small forward / power forward. So they don't play. Their positions don't overlap. Reggie Bullock does not guard power forwards, and Kevin Knox, for the love of everything holy, should not be guarding shooting guards. Period.
He said for everything else.
Period. Right? We know this. So for night after night after night after night, say that Kevin Knox should be playing Reggie Bullock's minutes is borderline loony.
Yeah, lunacy.
Right.
Say what it is.
Right. The thing. If we had if we had a guy, say if we had a legit small forward that we could insert there, right, and Reggie Bullock's place, and he was stinking it up, I would say, okay, now say for instance, if we had Otto Porter Jr., right, as our starting small forward, just as an example, and he was stinking it up, I would say, you know what, maybe it's time to try some Kevin Knox, right? But in Tom Thibodeau's big guard offense, that's what it is, big guards, because it's Elfrid Payton, Reggie Bullock, and RJ Barrett. All three are basically big guards starting together. You can't take out one and insert Kevin Knox.
That's a fact. So,
It just don't make sense.
That's a fact.
So hold on. You're saying
City, you want to jump in here? Raphael, you want to?
I'll go next after that because I wanted to say something because.
No, give it.
Well, go ahead.
I'll give it to this guy.
Okay, cool.
Okay, give it to God.
Okay, got him. Yeah, I just want to say that you made a good comparison yesterday. I mean, I wouldn't compare, but I think it's a good conversation with Freeze when you compared Jeremy Grant and Kevin Knox, and I just think that's just going to take Kevin Knox long, just about as long as Jeremy Grant. Hopefully, he pans out. He has the potential, but I do think that you have a good argument that it could take Kevin Knox 5 years, maybe 6, for him until we can have that conversation of Kevin Knox being a starter. Right now, it's just too early. It took Jeremy Grant more than 4 years to even think about starting. I mean, he's starting. This is the first. You know what? He started 1 year with OKC with Paul George. That 1 year, that's it. But and then the following year with Denver, he wasn't starting with Denver. So I think it's just going to take him longer, and I think it's okay to. I think you should. I would suggest to accept that. I think Jeremy Grant is a good inspiration to accept Kevin Knox coming off the bench, whether it's Reggie Bullock or somebody else. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong if it takes him more than 3 or 4 years before he starts.
Right. I know. I understand that. But right now, I'm talking about taking Reggie Bullock out of the lineup and playing Kevin Knox.
No.
When Reggie Bullock is a big guard. No. Reggie Bullock, RJ Barrett, and Elfrid Payton are all big guards in Tom Thibodeau's offensive and defensive schemes. And to take one of them out, say for instance, you take out RJ Barrett and insert Kevin Knox to play RJ Barrett's position, what would you get? Or what if you take out Elfrid Payton? What if you take out Elfrid Payton and insert Kevin Knox? What would you get? Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
you made a great point.
Don't.
So if you take out Reggie Bullock, who is 6'6", 189 pounds, and he guards all your perimeter play, your point guards, your shooting guards, and some small forwards, and you take him out and you insert Kevin Knox, who can't guard small forwards and power forwards. Now, what does that do to Tom Thibodeau's defensive scheme? And so what I'm saying is is I'm not giving up on Kevin Knox. I'm talking about in terms of scheme fit. Kevin Knox is not a scheme fit for Tom Thibodeau. And you know how I know? Because Kevin Knox gets EMPs. Yep. City.
Let Kevin W speak. He wants to say something.
Nah, we're going around the horn.
We're going around the horn. Okay.
Yeah, we passing the mic. We letting everybody get this.
All right. So listen, like, you know what I'm saying? With the whole Kevin Knox thing, yes, it's just like I said, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where could he get better in the next couple of years? Yes.
Right.
Has he done anything for us to prove that, like, you know what I'm saying, he's that guy? No. It's like I said, man, you got guys that come in the league and prove that they it. Okay? Emmanuel quickly came in the league and proved that he deserves to have more minutes than Kevin Knox, even with him missing shots. Now, if we want to talk about him missing shots and whatever, yeah, we could do that, because guess what? Quickly could miss shots, but we already know, we've seen it. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is not an anomaly. It's not like we've seen Kevin Knox miss a couple of shots just this year and now he's playing funky. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen this for like 2 or 3 years already. Like, you know what I mean? So we're not basing this off of this year. We're basing this off of what we've seen for the previous years. Right. Not just this year, but the previous years. Mm-hmm. So we already know what he is. And I said it, and I'll say it again, and I hate to say it because I like Kevin Knox, but he's the cowardly lion when he's on the floor. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Hey, so if you like what you're hearing, subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all smash that like button. We got I think we had 100 people. Man, y'all smash that like button. Don't cost y'all nothing. It helps improve us in the YouTube algorithm. We want to make sure that we get in front of more people, bring the people what it is that they want. Blorange Tears is a family of people, of Knicks fans that get together and talk this Knicks stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not a one-man show. Y'all see my face, but it's not just all about me. It's about the people that you see on the screen having legit, honest, and emotional, impactful conversations about the team that they love. So it's not just about me, you know what I'm saying, shedding these Blorange tears. It's about the entire Blorange Tears family. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's continue to grow it so that we'll get in front of more and more and more and more people so that the conversation will be more robust. It'll be more robust, and we'll get to talk about different topics that y'all feel like talking about. So that when we have
add something when you do.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So and also too, man, it's all about you guys in the chat, man. You guys be killing it, yo. You guys, y'all be down there keeping it.
I
appreciate it.
They be going in.
Everybody loves it. Like, you know what I mean? Y'all down there holding it down. Keep doing what y'all do, man, because, like, you know what I'm saying? We watching, we looking at it, like, you know what I'm saying? And y'all holding it down. So respect to the chat, respect to the panel. You know what I mean? We in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I know the chat has been waiting, just like Brooklyn Belly said. Just like what Brooklyn Belly said, free Kev W, free Kev W, free Kev W, free Kev W, free Kev. All right, Kev W. All right, Kev W. We just wanted some time to get in, just to throw our points in, because we know once you get on your Reggie Bullock tangent, we know it's gonna be an hour. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to get our joints in beforehand. Y'all smash that like button. Y'all share it on y'all social medias. Y'all subscribe to the channel, man. All right, y'all. Now introducing the former Blorange Tears debate champ, right? The lover of everything Kevin Knox on the Knox at Night podcast. Here's your man, Kev. What's good, Kev?
You know, I'm torn.
Torn.
Torn because I want to be polite and say y'all have such great takes.
Don't be polite. Don't be people like, go with your gut. I want you to go with your gut.
But my
Give me
gut
your
is saying y'all are absolutely wrong.
Okay.
And you're
let's see why.
wrong as the more and more the words come out, they just get muddier and muddier.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Well,
So let me help y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Help us out.
Let me help you, right? With Kevin
Mhm.
Knox, who's probably at this point the most polarizing Knick. I think Kevin Knox has surpassed Frank.
I don't
my
think so.
God.
I don't think so.
Oh my God.
No.
So I'm gonna say this, right? Have we seen Tom Thibodeau run a system with a legit 6'8" small forward and have success? Oh wait, we have seen that, and his name was Luau Deng, who wasn't a guard, who was a legit small forward.
Which
Now,
we don't have.
I'm not saying Kevin Knox is Luau Deng. I'm
Yes, you
going
are.
against.
Yes,
I'm
you
going
are.
against. No. I'm going against your fault because you said Tom Thibodeau runs a system where he has big guards, and I'm saying, well, Tom Thibodeau has run a system where he's had a legit small forward.
We don't have one on the roster.
We have one on the roster. He wears number 20.
Who?
He wears number 20. He's light skinned and he's from
And he
Tampa.
live in Queens. Oh, Kev, you said he likes
Oh my
skinned. He
God.
live in Queens.
Oh my
He
God.
loves to eat chicken and collard
That's
greens.
insane right now.
So here's the thing.
He
Kevin
said,
Knox,
"You have one. He's light skinned. He live in Queens. He love to eat chicken and collard greens. He dressed."
Oh
I literally did
What?
say that.
Oh,
But
okay.
here's the
Okay.
thing.
I'm sorry.
So I have said this before, right? I've said, because City for Real said, oh, we've seen Emmanuel quickly come in his rookie season and do this, and this. And I say here and say, I've seen Kevin Knox in his rookie season do the same thing. I've seen Kevin Knox score 31 points and 15 rebounds in the same game in a win.
Yeah, and guess what?
Against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Took his minutes. You talking about pastime?
So hold on. So when you talking about that, right? I'm gonna wait. You can Google it. I'm gonna ask you a question and I'm gonna move out of the way so you can Google it. Name another player from their rookie season who had 30 minutes a game and was a starter for about 50 games. Go into his second season and see those numbers cut in half. I will give you time to look it up because it'll take you forever because you'll never find it.
Only your boy did that. Like,
so,
come on, let's be real.
So here's the thing: when R.J. Barrett was drafted by the Knicks, they was talking to Kevin Knox, right? Kevin Knox came out and he said, "Oh, us veteran guys are going to take R.J. and he's going to show him the league." He said, "Us veteran guys." Kevin Knox was confident. Kevin Knox believed in himself because Kevin Knox was the starting small forward of the New York Knicks.
Oh my God!
Just off of a second team all rookie team, pretty decent rookie numbers, right? Average double digits points per game, whatever. What did David Fizdale and I don't know what his name? Who was the former president of basketball operations?
Steve Mills.
Steve Mills. What did they do? Oh, they brought in journeyman role players, like 8 power forwards and people just play small forward, right? So Kevin Knox went into his second season under the guys that he was the starting small forward because that's how he ended his rookie season, right? The starting small forward. And then a guy named Marcus Morris comes in, who's been a role player his whole career, right?
Oh my God!
And he lights it up. And David Fizdale is coaching for his job because Steve Mills came out of his mouth and said, this team is going to make the playoffs. David Fizdale went 4-19. In comes Mike Miller.
Let me mute my mic.
Mike Miller, who was a horrible coach, also, by the way, horrible coach, came in and did basically nothing. He might have won some games because the team was just playing whatever. They had no identity. You can't say that the Mike Miller team had any identity last year whatsoever. And if you do, you're lying through your teeth.
So you
they were
trying
just
to tell
out
me,
there playing.
So you trying to tell me we should have played Kevin Knox over Marcus Morris? Over Mook?
Yes.
Why?
Absolutely.
He didn't show anything.
He did.
No,
He
you know why he
did.
didn't? Listen, remember when Mook hit the
What
dude
did
in the head
Kevin
with the
Knox
ball?
not do
Remember
in his
when,
rookie
listen,
season?
hold on. Let
What
me
did Kevin Knox? Because you asked, you said he did. What
Can
did
I
Kevin
finish?
Knox do in his rookie season that didn't show that he had promise? Like every other rookie in that position.
You can show that you have promise, but at the end of the day, remember when Mook hit dude in the head with the ball?
And,
You tell
got
me
a technical.
now listen. When we was talking about the heart thing, tell
Oh
me if Kevin Knox
Jesus
got
Christ.
the heart to
Heart
do
is
that.
not quantifiable. It's not going to
Tell
win
me-
you
tell
games
me
because you out there
Kevin
doing
Knox
stupid
got the
stuff because you're a
heart to do
brute.
that.
If this is 1995, you would have a point. But he ain't
No,
1995 and he ain't Anthony Mason.
Listen,
Okay?
tell me,
It's 2021. People
Can
don't
you
play like that no more.
Can you just answer the question?
This ain't 1995.
That's a
Can
good
you
point.
This bully ball don't exist anymore in today's NBA
That's a
game.
good point.
As
Okay,
much as us
so
Knicks fans wanted
Kev
to,
don't wanna
because that's
answer the
our
question.
glory days. That's what we remember. That's what we want. We love the Charles Oakleys and the Anthony Masons and the Xavier McDaniels. We love them. But guess
No.
what? That style of basketball ain't winning today.
I'm not talking
We are
about
the
that.
#1 defensive team in the league and one of the worst offensive teams in the league. And people actually honestly think that we can hang with the Milwaukees and the Brooklyns and the
Because we
Philadelphias.
did.
You all think naively because we are 21-21. Because last year, because every time this is brought up, they're like, "Oh, look at what we played last year." But
Did
guess
Brooklyn blow
what?
us out?
21.
Did Brooklyn blow us out?
Does it matter? Did we win? Did
No,
we
we
beat
didn't.
Brooklyn?
But did they blow us out? Did they
we
blow
beat
us out?
Brooklyn? Did we
Did they
beat
blow-
Brooklyn?
Did
At
they
the end
blow
of the
us out?
day, when the scorecard
Right.
is read, did it say that we beat
How many
the Brooklyn
points did we
Nets?
lose by? How many points
It
did we
don't
lose
matter. Why does that's what kills me?
So you can't say-
kills
you
me.
can't-
Why
can't say
does
that
it
we
matter
can't hang
if we
with a
lost
team.
by 1 or whether
Why
we
is
lost
it? Why
by
is it
50?
killing you, Pat? Why is it killing you?
We lost the game. There are no moral victories in professional sports.
So let me bring the conversation.
Zero moral victories.
Let me bring the conversation back to where it originally started.
And
What
make
does it have to do with Kevin Knox? That's what I would know.
Okay.
What does that have to do with Kevin Knox?
You have a 21-year-old. No, here's the thing. Nobody has ever actually questioned Kevin Knox's talent. Have you realized that? Nobody ever questions his. Everyone always says Kevin Knox has talent. Nobody says he doesn't have talent. They always question like his heart or his motor or his mental or whatever else. But nobody ever says Kevin Knox don't got talent.
What's going to put Kevin Knox on the floor?
The coach saying Kevin Knox go out on the court.
Has that happened? Has that happened? Has that happened?
Tom Thibodeau is setting this team back because he's not playing the second most athletic player on this team.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay, so what I need for you to do right now, Kev, is take the headphones off. And
no, because here's the thing. No, listen to what I said. I said the second most athletic person on the team. Name who's more, other than probably Obi Toppin, who's a more athletic player than maybe Mitchell Robinson, maybe. But who's more athletic
you just said
than
two
Kevin Knox?
people. You said the second most athletic person on the team, and you just named two people in front of him. What
No,
what are
I
we
said
talking
maybe
about?
Mitchell Robinson. The only person I'm saying is more athletic is Obi Toppin. That's what I'm saying. But when it just comes to pure athleticism,
that doesn't matter because
it does matter.
No,
wait. What are they? Are they professional? What?
They're
professional. What?
Basketball player. But
basketball player is you got to be what to be a basketball player.
Whoa. Time out.
What's the key word?
Time out. This is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna use your same argument against you.
Oh, you can't do that.
Yeah, I can, and I'm about to, because you said Obi in the same topic of conversation, and Obi has been garbage for the last however many games we played, and he's very athletic. So athleticism does not mean anything if you don't play in the scheme of the system that the coach designs.
And RJ ain't the most athletic guy neither. Y'all
That's
see
right.
him. Y'all see him. He looked like he galloping when when he tried to run up and down the court when we
That's
on
fact.
fast break and
That's
stuff
fact.
like that.
That's
So
what
it's
I
got nothing to
said.
do.
So why are y'all
Hold on,
arguing with
hold
it?
on,
Why are y'all
hold on.
arguing with the fact that I said Kevin Knox is the second most athletic person? Like it's not a
Hold
true
on.
statement.
You
It's
said
not.
it's,
Hold on.
It's
Hold on.
not.
Who's more athletic than Kevin Knox?
Okay.
But what I'm saying is your athleticism does not matter. You know why? Because RJ is not that athletic, and guess what?
Y'all are missing the
Guess
point
what?
that I'm
He's
making.
dropping,
What's the
he's
point?
dropping
What's the point,
buckets.
Y'all
and
miss
Kevin
no.
Knox is
Y'all are
not.
saying RJ's not athletic, but he can do this, he can do that. Y'all comparing it.
What's the
What
point?
Kevin Knox can do, what Kevin Knox just if you took Kevin Knox, right?
Yep.
And you took his ability, you said you got a 6'9", 220-pound athletic freak, right?
Right.
And if you just did that, you didn't say Kevin Knox or anything. You just said, yeah, I got a 6'9", 220-pound athletic wing that can run, jump, shoot, do all that, right?
Right.
Wouldn't you think a player like that would be more positive than the negatives that y'all are making him, right?
No, because your athleticism doesn't matter if you don't fit in the system. If my system calls for a mediocre 6'5", 210-pound guy,
You know what? Then you're a bad coach.
you know what?
You're a bad
But-
coach.
but I'm a
If-
winning
no.
coach.
Yeah,
You're
you-
a bad coach.
I'm a winning
If you
coach.
feel like
I'm a winning coach.
no, you're not,
Yes, I
because
am.
you got
I
fired
am.
twice. You got
No,
fired twice.
I didn't. And
If you're a good coach, did he know?
Look,
So the
listen,
Chicago Bulls didn't fire him.
no.
The
Listen,
Minnesota Timberwolves fire him.
they could have fired him.
Yes or no? Did the Chicago
no.
Bulls and the Minnesota Timberwolves fire the current head coach of the New York Knicks? It's
Well-
really yes or no.
What is the current record of the New York Knicks right now?
21-21.
Okay, so in that aspect, are we better?
21,
Are we better than we were a year ago?
Jesus Christ and Lavender Day Saints.
Okay, you can call Jiggy
Oh,
and let Jay
God,
Saints
if
and
I
anybody
hear
else
one
call.
more
Did
person
you
say we
just
are
say-
better,
Did you just say Lavender Day Saints?
I said,
Hey,
don't be calling me
Lavender
out.
Day
I got
Saints.
I mean Latter Day Saints. You know what I mean? I got
Latter-day
You
something
said
to do.
lavender.
He said lavender.
Lord have mercy.
Kev is flustered
Latter
right now.
Day Saints. You know what reason?
So what I want to know is, are we better this year than we were last year at this point in the season?
So you were happy being 500.
No, what I'm happy about is we're making progress. That's what I'm happy about.
Could you not make the same
at this
could you
moment,
not
hold
make
on,
the
hold
same
on.
progress if they
Can I
actually took
respond?
the time to play Kevin Knox 25, 30 minutes a game? Would it
Kevin
kill
Knox doesn't fit
somebody?
the system. Kevin Knox does not fit the system.
Do you like football? Hold on. Do you like football?
Oh, I'm a football fan. Yes,
so I
sir.
see the Giants thing, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm a Jets fan, right? I'm a Jets fan.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart.
We had 2 years of Adam Gase.
Oh,
The thing about Adam Gase was this. He had a system.
yeah. And
He
it
had
failed.
a system
It failed.
because he didn't care about the personnel he had. He was going to fit his personnel to the system instead of designing a system to fit
Around the
his
personnel.
personnel.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Most coaches like, this is what I got to work with, right? This is what I have to work with.
Yep.
It's not what I want, but it's what I got. I have a system.
That's right.
So maybe to bring the most out of what I have to change what it is that I do.
So
wouldn't that be the sign of a good coach?
That would be. So I'm gonna ask you this, Kev. So do you think or not think that Tom Thibodeau has seen Knox in practice every day?
I guarantee he's seen Reggie Bullock in practice too.
No. That's not who I call. I said, has Tom Thibodeau seen Knox in practice every day?
Yes.
Okay. So if Tom Thibodeau sees Knox in practice, does he feel that Knox fits the rotation or not?
Obviously, he feels like he doesn't, I guess, because he's not playing him. But, well, actually, no, I can't say that because he was playing him.
When?
You do know that Kevin Knox played about 20 minutes a game for like the first 20 games of the season. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do. I do know that.
So
And then I
he
knew,
did play him 20 minutes a game.
I knew that he was relegated to the bench after that, shortly thereafter.
But you do know, but you make it seem like Kevin Knox hasn't played all season when he
I'm
was
not
a
saying that.
integral
I'm not
part.
saying that. I'm
That
talking
at
about
one point
right,
of the season,
I'm
Kevin
talking
Knox
about
was
right
an
now.
integral part of the team or the
I'm
rotation.
I'm talking about right now.
But hold on. Did Kevin Knox's practice habits change?
I don't know what happens in practice. I don't see practice.
Oh no! Because you had to, because you asked the question.
No,
You asked the question. That means you must know what happens in practice.
No, but my question to you is, if the coach sees Kevin Knox in practice every day, and he's relegated him to the bench until we blowing somebody out, then what does that mean?
So and my counter is this: has Kevin Knox's practice habits changed from when he was playing 20 minutes a game to getting DNPs?
I would say yes.
I guarantee he was probably practicing the same.
I would say yes, because he's not playing until we're blowing
Kevin
somebody
Knox
out.
was playing good in practice, good enough to play 20 minutes, and then he was like, you know what? I ain't even playing in practice no more. I'm gonna take it easy. I'm guessing that's what you're saying he did.
No, what I'm saying is this.
Because he was playing 20 minutes a game.
What I'm telling you is this, Kev, is whatever Kevin Knox was doing in practice was not sufficient enough to have him being playing on the court when the game was in peril. The only time Kevin Knox gets 10 minutes is when we're blowing the team out. Or
so again, I say this. Was Kevin Knox for half of the season?
Whoa. What half? Which half are we talking about?
Kevin Knox was playing 20 minutes a game for the first 20 games of the season.
What?
This is a fact. If you want to go back and check the box scores and check the numbers beside Kevin Knox, the first 20 games of the season, Kevin Knox was playing about 20 minutes a game.
Okay, I'll give you that.
That is a fact.
I'm gonna give you that. Go ahead with your point.
So Kevin Knox was playing 20 minutes a game, and I'm pretty sure, again, he was practicing the same way then as he is now.
Okay, when you talk about box scores, what was his point average and his assist average?
More than Reggie Bullock.
No, that's not what I'm asking you.
No. Kevin Knox off the bench.
We are not.
Kevin Knox off the bench was still getting you more points a game than the guy who was starting.
So
he was shooting better than him and scoring more in less minutes.
So what was his point average and what was his assist average?
I know he was averaging about 8 or 9 points, like 8.7 or 9 points a game, pretty much. Then
he had a couple of good games.
He is probably averaging like 2 or 3 rebounds, maybe a game. So, I would say he probably could have did better on rebounds, but
I'm not sitting up here saying that Kevin Knox is garbage. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all.
I'm saying that. I'm saying that.
You know, this is from a Baratier.
So what I would say is this. I believe that Kevin Knox has a position on this team. It's just
it should be the starting small forward.
No, hell no.
No.
There is no way possible that's gonna happen ever in life. So
it should.
Yeah. What? Kev, come on. I need you to look in the camera. Look at my eyes. I'm gonna look in the camera right now. You are delusional right now.
I am the most sanest, sane person around.
No. You are delusional. You are a Kevin Knox fan, which I can't fault you for that.
Right.
And you know, if you love the guy, then you love the guy. That's your guy. That's your man.
This is what I know. Kevin Knox is a better player than Reggie Bullock.
Okay. So if that was
Kevin Knox at 6'9", 220 would solve one of the key issues the Knicks have.
Kev, if that were
let me repeat this again. Kevin Knox at 6'9", 220 pounds.
No.
One of the key issues the New York Knicks have.
Absolutely not. Because if that were the case, Kevin Knox will be started right now, and he hasn't started the game since I've been watching the Knicks this year.
You know
Come on now. Really?
He barely started games last year.
Let's be real. Now, and, I'm a New York Giants fan, right? So, at some point in time, I my heart rules my mind, and in games that I know the Giants are going to lose, I still root for them to win, and that's just my heart, right? And nobody can fault you for rooting for your heart. But what I want you to do right now is I want you to be realistic and look at what the production that Kevin Knox has done versus what Bullock has done. And if Tom Thibodeau, Tom Thibodeau has been a head coach for a long time, and I'm not a head coach, and I would never perceive to step into his shoes. But I'm
So Tom
quite
Thibodeau
sure
can't be wrong.
he could be wrong.
So you sat here and said,
No, no, no,
so
no,
you
no.
sat here and watched every game and thought
That's
that
not
Tom
what I'm saying,
Thibodeau
Kev.
was
That's
infallible.
That's
And his
not what
decisions were always right.
that is never what I said. What I
Hey,
said
Kev,
was
Kev,
what
but
I said was Tom Thibodeau is the head coach of the New York Knicks. And I
Kev,
trust his decisions and what he sees
Have
in
you
practice.
trusted every head coach of the New York Knicks?
No,
Kev,
no.
Okay, then.
absolutely
listen.
not.
So what
Absolutely
does
not.
it? What does that matter? What does it matter?
What
Have we had
matters?
inept people
what-
at head coach?
Listen, what matters is
Have
this.
we?
I
Kev,
be trying to explain to Kev that when we pass the mic, man, you got to let others speak. I've been saying that all night.
Oh my God.
Kev is passionate about Knox, though. Kev is passionate about Knox. It's
He is.
legit. We listened to Hoodie Kev go on and on just now about Knox, and then
Yeah.
as soon as somebody else touched the mic, he came back up and saying, "Without David Ruffin, y'all ain't nothing." You know what I'm saying? Without David Ruffin, y'all ain't nothing. But you know what though? Shout out to my homeboy Tony Ruffin. David Ruffin is his uncle. Shout out to Tony Ruffin and all my brothers in Philly. Even though we root for different teams, man, y'all still my bros.
No
You know
doubt.
what I'm saying? Every time I go to Philadelphia, man, I had a time of my life. You know what I'm saying? Because them dudes know how to treat brothers and stuff.
No doubt.
But Hoodie Kev just said, without David Ruffin, y'all ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I've been trying to tell Kev that, look, Kev, I understand where you're coming from, and some of the points that you make are valid, and some of them are reaches, right? But we not gonna mix up facts with fairy. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the things you said are fact, and some of it is fairy tale. But you can't group all of them together to make them all look like facts. Because a cat like me is like, if one of it is fairy tale, all of it is fairy tale. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is while you're right, where no coach is perfect, you can't say that since he's perfect, he's not competent. That's crazy.
Right. Yep.
That's crazy. Just because a coach makes a mistake, that means every decision he makes needs to be judged and maybe wrong. I mean, come on.
My
man legit said that this year we won 21 games and compared it to last year. And you are saying that that's not progress when the season's not over. Come on, dog. We got to be more intelligent than that when it comes to this stuff. Just because Kevin Knox is not playing doesn't mean that everybody else is stupid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because that's the argument that you're making.
No.
If Kevin Knox is not playing, everybody else is stupid. Kevin Knox is the solution. I wonder if I had a 6'9" guy that was 220, if he would solve all of our problems. I think it would solve that's what you said.
No.
I did say that.
And then
you did.
I'm
You
gonna
did say that.
I did it. And I listen, I'm gonna hold to what I say. I mean, that's my thing. I'm not gonna back down. This is what I believe.
No, Kev. Yeah. That means you refuse to learn or admit when you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody, the dudes. I need to see a gray beard. Is anybody in the house a gray beard? Because all the gray beards are gonna say, you know what we learned by becoming older men? We learn from our mistakes.
That's right.
We learn from our mistakes. Young guys, they don't learn from their mistakes. That's why they don't live to get old, right? But the young guys, but the older guys, you got the gray beards. The gray beards are going to tell you that, listen, one thing about becoming an older man is that you learn from your mistakes, right? So the thing about Kevin Knox is this: I'm not trying to diffuse your passion for Kevin Knox. I'm not even going to imply that some of the stuff that you're saying is not accurate. What I'm saying is it can't be all or nothing for Kevin Knox.
Got
You can't just say that dude's not playing Kevin Knox, so everybody related to the Knicks that don't support Kevin Knox's plan is stupid. We can't say that, dog.
I'm not saying that at all.
That is the message.
The message is this, because every
The
time
message is Alec Burke and Reggie Bullock are trash, and that's the reason why Kevin Knox being on the bench makes everybody else who's related to the decision-making process stupid.
you said something earlier just now. You said that older people learn from their mistakes, right?
Right.
Yep.
That's
So I'm
how
gonna
they
ask you-
become older.
I'm going to ask you a legit question. What were some of the knocks on Tom Thibodeau?
I would tell you that Tom Thibodeau plays the players too hard.
Right.
Mhm,
He does not. He's not a developmental coach,
Right.
mhm.
and he's a win now type of personality, right?
And he is has a very short attention span for foolishness.
Yeah,
If it's not about winning, he does not want to hear it.
he's gonna pull you. He's gonna pull you
Right.
out.
So he's had these shortcomings,
Yep.
and he's been fired from 2 jobs for these shortcomings, right?
Yep.
So Tom Thibodeau took a year and a
with a
half
winning
off.
record, right?
Yep.
Kev,
I think other than
I
Minnesota.
notice how you keep saying that, but you don't say that he coached the league MVP and he also won NBA Coach of the Year. I notice how you conveniently leave that out of your conversation.
Yep. Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead.
So he might have coached the league MVP.
You might have. Okay, go ahead.
He might have won Coach of the Year.
Go ahead, continue. Go ahead.
But there was there was years where he didn't have this MVP.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Didn't have him and was still coaching.
Okay,
Still was
go ahead.
like top 2-3 seed in the Eastern Conference without the league MVP.
I got you. Go ahead, Kev.
Coach another team that didn't have the league MVP.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Make your point.
Tom Thibodeau
Mm.
took a year and a half off, right? A year and a half off basketball. Said, I went to this team and learned this. I went to this team and learned that. I learned this. And I've learned from my mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
He did a whole report, said that, right?
Yep. Go ahead.
Came in and said, I'm not going to play my players hard. I'm not going to play these long, heavy minutes. I've learned to mellow out.
Yep.
I've learned whatever.
Yep. Go ahead.
Season starts. Knicks have 2 of like the top 3 players in minutes per game and total minutes.
Yep.
Playing under that. Playing these the best players on the team when we're up by like 20 points with 2 minutes to go. Like, why are they in the game?
To win the game.
When we're up by 20, we're going to lose? Is the other team going to hit a 20-point shot? Does those exist?
So
we're up by 20 points because I've seen the Milwaukee Bucks be up by 20 and not play their superstar the entire quarter.
And our team ain't built like the Milwaukee Bucks. Knock it off, bro. Y'all want to try it?
So it's okay.
Wait a minute. So do the Knicks have a Giannis Antetokounmpo?
So
somebody and Chris Middleton, somebody tell me. Because if we have
no, because you sat here every day
and
up and down and say we got an All-Star. We see the New York Knicks in the place of the All-Star game.
So Kev, this is what I tell you, right? You can take
y'all give me stuff and I'm sending it right back.
Kev, at the end of the day, the Knicks have no idea how to win games until Tom Thibodeau got there.
Exactly.
The main reason they're out there is to learn how to win the game and learn how to win games.
And they're still learning because we keep giving up.
Who is learning?
Lead in the fourth.
The whole team.
Hold on.
The whole team is learning.
No. Has Nerlens Noel been to the playoffs? Has he been on playoff teams?
That's why we're learning.
No. Listen.
Yes.
He just came out his mouth and said the whole team is learning. Has Alec Burks been on playoff teams?
Yes.
No.
Has Reggie Bullock been on playoff teams?
No.
Has Nerlens Noel been on playoff teams?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Has Alfred Payton been on playoff teams?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No.
We have players who know how to win in this league. Has Austin Rivers been on playoff teams? So you're trying to tell me that every single player on this team don't know how to win? When we have players that have been to conference that's played in Game 7 and conference finals?
Hold on, Kev.
Yes.
Kev. So the point,
oh my
Kev,
God.
I'm saying that because it's one thing to be in the playoff. It's one thing to learn to build your to learn how to actually win games. Those guys are role players. Those guys are role players. I would have.
Are they role players here?
Wait a minute.
Are they role players here?
Nah, they learn. The whole team is learning.
Are they role? No, you just said they role players. So there role players on the.
Wait a minute. So the thing is, it's one thing learning how to win.
I love you, Freezy.
It's right, and I'm trying to just tell Kev, like, we got to pass this microphone, man. We got to share. We got to share. We got to share the basketball. So the thing is there's one thing learning how to win as an individual, and another thing learning how to win as a team. That's what I'm trying to tell Kev. Kev keep cutting everybody off.
That's
right. See how
it's hard to articulate. It's hard to like build that conversation with Kev because he posed a good question, but you only got like a 5 answer before he responds very quickly and has a quick response to that. But this team is learning how to win. That's what this whole season is about.
Right, learning how to win together as a team. That's it.
That's what this whole season is about. It's why people are celebrating.
It is.
And why people like City for real sometimes talks about moral victories because we're learning how to win, and there are times when we lose. First, we lose by 30, then we lose by 5. So there's like, wait a minute, there's a third game. Can we win this game? Because this team is learning how to win. We can actually beat the op.
So when you look at it, and I would tell this to anybody that's listening within earshot of my voice right now. Look at the scene that was on the court for the play at the end of the Orlando game. That right there tells you volumes of what it means to be a part of a team. Right? So that camaraderie, you can't buy that.
Right.
You can't manufacture that. So those guys play for each other.
I got a question for the panel. I got a question. Okay,
hold on, Ralph. Let him finish, right?
Yeah.
Let me answer that.
I'm good. That really is my point. Go ahead.
No, but so G-Man, let me add to that, right?
Yep.
Just like you said about the Orlando game.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what happened with the Brooklyn game.
So with the
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it goes both ways. When we win, right?
Yep.
Guys are excited, whatever. When we lose, guys is tight. They mad, right?
Right. So for the Brooklyn game, this is what I would tell you is this. We tend to lash out at other aspects of the game. And in the Brooklyn game, what we lashed out was at the officiate and how the game was called. That's where our where we not into each other and who could have done better in making free throws or making shots that were put up or whatever the case may be. We find other means to say that it's not the team's fault. It's that person or this entity or whatever the case may be. And you're exactly right, City. When we lose, we don't look internally to see what we can do better. We lash out at someone else. You're 100% correct in that, and I would not deny that at all.
Right. Hey, so if y'all like what y'all hearing, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, man. Get us in front of more people so that we can continue to have passionate conversations like this one about your favorite player, whoever it is, whether it's Elfrid Payton or Reggie Bullock or Alec Burks or Austin Rivers or whoever it is. You want to have conversations like this about your favorite player? Smash that like button so others can get involved so that we can continue this dialogue, talk about that team that we dearly beloved. You know what I'm saying? And so that we can continue to have great conversation, but have others involved, bigger crowds and all that stuff. Not for the fact that we just want to be Not the fact that I'm a ham and want to be in front of the camera, because I am a ham and I like the camera, but because there are Knicks fans out there that legit want to hear conversations like this, but can't find us, right? And so we're using YouTube to be our DJ, because we are looking to get on the dance floor and do our thing, and they are looking to get on the dance floor and do their thing. But we need a DJ to bring us together. So y'all smashing that like button and commenting in the comment section and on replays and stuff like that helps bring the two parties together. Y'all know what it's like. Y'all remember how y'all used to be going to the 8th grade spring dance and your favorite song, the SOS band be playing. You know what I'm saying?
They don't know. They don't even know who the SOS band is right now.
Who's hot right now? I need to name somebody new. I don't even know who new right now. But your favorite band to be playing, your favorite song to be on the radio. Some Shannon will be playing, or some Brothers Johnson to be playing, and you be wanting to get on the dance floor with your girl. So Brothers Johnson come on, or the Earth, Wind and Fire joint.
You boy, I know everybody you just mentioned, but I guarantee you, anybody younger than me don't know.
I'm talking over their head. I'm sorry.
You are.
Say Paulie Next Door, come on, and you see your girl over there, and you like, yo, hey girl, I've been waiting all semester to ask you to dance, and that song on, and you see a dude across the room got the same look in his eye for that girl, and you hurry up and beat him to her. You cut him off and get to that girl. And like,
oh my God,
I've been watching you.
Oh my God,
for some time. And then you pull out that paper where you wrote down those lyrics from the barge, and you just start saying
the barge. Oh my God,
yeah, look, man.
Chat, please give Freezy a up to date band that.
I'm sorry.
Please,
I'm sorry. I don't know.
Help Freezy out.
I don't know. but that's just what this is like. So y'all smash that like button so the two parties can connect, so we can have a good time, because that's what this is about. It's about fellowship and laughing. And even though Kev has Reggie Bullock tattooed on his heart, we want to talk Reggie Bullock all night. You know what I'm saying? We want to get in the conversation too, and we want you to be a part of the conversation as well. So smash that like button, turn that black notification bell on, so you get all the notifications. Go to our community tab and look at all the stuff we got out there on the community tab for y'all. We constantly update it. And so we doing this for y'all. We want this Knicks fellowship to be big and robust. We want it to continue to grow so that we can have fun talking about our Knicks. Now we don't have to just go to the barbershop no more and talk Knicks. Now we can do it from the comfort of our own homes and enjoy ourselves. So I'm gonna move out of the way so Hoodie Cav can get back to.
I got a question.
The Knocks at Night.
Can I just ask one question real quick?
Yeah.
Is there a way that we can send Kev a box of kicks with like a picture of Reggie Bullock on it? With, you know how Jordan used to be on the Wheaties?
Yeah,
Jordan used to be on the Wheaties. Is there a way we could do that?
Can we send him a box of kicks with Reggie Bullock in it? Surprise! This is your surprise. It's Reggie Bullock.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Kevin W. My whole thing, Kev. Like sometimes I get thrown off. Like for example, right? I get thrown off with your point and your argument, right?
Which one?
With the wins and losses, right? Because naturally, right, by law, right, you every loss, we hate losing and we love winning, right? But you know, City for real likes to talk about more. You know, even though we lose, there are more victories in this situation. And my whole thing, sometimes when I listen to Kevin W, right, it's almost like he wasn't around from 2015 to 2020 when we had all those 17 game win season, 21 games, another 21, 32 games for the whole season. Like, I'm like, yo, man, it's finally like this is the first season where a lot of Knicks Nation are celebrated because we've seen that I was paying attention to the draft. I was paying attention to the trades and who are we going to draft this season, because I know this season is going to stink. I know we're all going to win 15 or 20 games. So I was paying attention to all those seasons, And then now that we have a 500 team, I'm like, okay, we're 500. We're still in the playoff race. And then sometimes when I listen to Kevin Wright, he's talking about, yo, man, don't talk to me about losing. I mean, yeah, but are you right? Yes, you are. But like, were you watching the Knicks the last 5 years? Because like sometimes like if you were more involved in my eyes, you would know that we're coming out of a tank. And sometimes when I listen to you, it's like, yo, man, like it's almost like, no, I wasn't around for that, or I don't know. I don't get that impression. You see what I'm? Were you following the Knicks from
So
2015?
I have been a Knicks fan. I've watched the Knicks play every season for 30 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have seen Patrick Ewing,
Yep.
Marcus Camby.
Yep.
I've seen Jerome James,
Yep.
Eddie Curry.
Yep.
I've seen Kurt Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Mhm.
seen Tyson Chandler. I've
Mhm.
seen a plethora, the Cle Anthony Earlys, the Steve Francises, the Aaron Aflalos. I have seen and been around this team every year for 30 years of my life.
So I guess my question to that remark will be this: in the plethora of talent that you have seen come through the Knicks organization,
Mhm.
how do you put Kevin Knox in
I
that?
don't want to talk about Kevin Knox.
Yeah, no.
What are we talking about Kevin Knox now? Okay, go ahead, man. Ask the question.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, Ralph. This is why. Because that was Kev's initial insert into our conversation, and I want to give Kev the opportunity to close out on that discussion.
I think he closed it out just fine. I don't think we have to come back to.
We're gonna have to go because that's what the people want to hear, Ralph. The people want to hear
No,
me
they
talk about Kevin
don't.
Knox.
No, they don't.
Listen, Ralph, there's 105 people watching tonight because I'm going off about Kevin Knox. City for real.
Exactly.
Over the last couple of weeks, how many times have you seen this many people in the chat? Honestly,
I think Kevin
people
Knox
are
is
here because they want me to talk about Kevin Knox. This is what I'm going to. I'm going to answer both y'all questions at the same time, right? I'm going to answer both y'all questions at the same time.
That is not why people are here.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Let me answer. I'm going to answer both the questions. Can I answer the question?
So the people are here because they enjoy the Knicks at Night podcast. It's not about just like somebody just going on about this one player, going on about this one guy. Hoodie Cav just done gone crazy. He crazy for Kevin Knox.
But they fed into it. They fed in. But Freezy, they started the conversation about Kevin Knox. I'm like, what are we talking about again? We did 2 hours.
So Ralph,
I like talking about Kevin Knox.
That's not what G-Man was doing. G-Man was actually trying to, I feel like he was trying to, you remember that song Signed, Sealed, Delivered?
Yeah.
Well, it's been signed and sealed. It just hadn't been delivered yet. That's
no, I don't need it. It's bro. Save it for later. We gotta save it for later. We can't be doing again. That's another hour conversation.
But this is not G-Man for life though. That's going off on the Kevin Knox.
It's done.
This is Hoodie Kev.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Ralph, remember, we've been talking about this since early January.
Yeah.
Like every time we get on the Knicks Night podcast,
look, I like
W is the one that goes off on.
I like talking. I like Kev W. I like talking about Kevin Knox, but 1 hour, 2 hours is fine. But I'm not another hour or another hour on top of that. I'm like, yo, bro. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I'm not gonna be arguing the same topic about Reggie Bullock and Kevin Knox and Reggie Bullock. I can't.
Kevin. Yeah, it does.
I mean, you guys like it, man. I mean, that's your thing.
That's what Kev does, though.
That's what you guys. I think and it's not just him because you guys are entertaining it too much too, for my liking. I'm not. I entertain it enough for like an hour or two, but like if you guys want to entertain it more,
but Raphael, what it is Hoodie Kev is tougher and has more stamina than you when it comes to certain stuff.
Well, I don't think it's not tougher because Freezy, there's not too many points. Freezy, there's no point.
Hold up, like I'm saying, my man can legit talk Kevin Knox
all day.
for hours. Yeah, That's what I'm trying to tell Raphael. Raphael's trying to cut me off. I'm trying to tell him. We've been doing this since January. I've been. You know how I be trying to. Hey, G-Man, you know how I be trying to say these things really nice, and they be jumping all over me, boy. I've been like,
yes, sir.
Dog, I legit give y'all the floor. I disappear out the chat and let y'all talk as much as y'all want.
Hey, but
as soon as I come in, they cut me off.
Freezy, you know what I love? I love you got that button, right? So you gotta orchestrate how things go. I love that.
I like points. I like to listen to people. I like to listen to points. If there's just a conversation with very little points and just passion about a player, like, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, look, I hate to be a bummer, but I'm gonna have to be look. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm telling you how I feel. Like, that's it's too much. Like, everybody's a victim. Everybody's just as guilty as Hoodie Calf. It's not just Hoodie Calf. Everybody's just as guilty too.
So Ralph,
I think so. It's too much. We could talk about Kevin Knox, but we're not gonna bring it back again.
But what he don't get with Raphael, what you don't get is everybody is not like that. It's just Hoodie Kev when it comes to Kevin Knox. Like, you don't hear me talk about RJ Barrett all night long. I don't do that. I introduce other topics, like for instance, I spoke to Kenny Payne, bro, and I was trying to get into a conversation.
I'm gonna call you the gasoline, bro. Y'all the gasoline.
See what I mean? You see what I mean, G-Man? See, like, it's like Raphael was talking. As I jump in, Raphael jumped right in and cut me off. Go ahead, Ralph. Go ahead, do your thing. Go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just feel like it's more gasoline, and I don't know what it's about. It's not even about Kevin Knox no more. It's just
no. I'm gonna tell you what it's about. This is what we are, in the whole podcast, right? We are all passionate Knicks fans. We all have a point of view, and we come here to discuss that point of view, right? So if I could be on an Obi tip, I could be on a Quickly tip. I mean, it just depends on how I feel that day, right? I could talk about why Rose hadn't been here. I could talk about Mick coming back. There's a whole plethora of things we can discuss. But what we need to understand as Knicks fans is we cannot take one person's passion for overarching into something else, right? And I love to debate Kev. I love to debate Kev because Kev is passionate about Knox. And my job here, as I see it, is to counter debate him. To whatever his point is, I have a counterpoint. And to make him see my point, or he's gonna make me see his point. One of the two things.
G-Man. Yeah. 2 hours about talking about Kevin Knox, and we're not making no progress in this conversation. This conversation is heading nowhere fast. Like, that's what I see. I don't know what you're seeing, but that's what I'm seeing.
So what I'm talking about, Ralph, is that Kev has the opportunity to express his point of view, and that's what it's all about, regardless of what it is. And then if Freezy has a topic segment that we move on from, that's fine.
I don't know, man. I think, look, right now, I mean, there are some points. So there are some sort of points. The thing is that, bro, it's
hold on. Before we keep saying the same thing over and over and over again for 10 minutes.
Wait, you don't mind if it's Kevin Knox?
But
that's all it is.
Didn't you just say let's not keep doing the same thing over and over and over again? And then I just said let's not do the same thing over.
But G-Man wants to keep going. G-Man wants to keep it going.
Raphael, listen. How about this? Do you think Julius Randle is reverting back to the Julius Randle of last year?
No. Why? What has given me that? What you have to give me some. You have to give me why. Why are you thinking that?
I'm asking you based off of what you've seen. I haven't. All-Star break.
Last 3 games.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that. I've seen him. I mean, last game all I saw him was get 17 assists, passing the ball.
Did you notice that he shot 6 for 20?
Okay, so he's missing shots.
So you didn't notice that?
So he shot 6 for 20. He's missing shots.
Did you notice the Milwaukee game?
That was the first game from the All-Star game. They lost that one, right?
Right. So now it looks like we're making excuses. Or we're making
how's that an excuse?
That's what it sounds like. It sounds as if your favorite player reverting back to what he was last year. You can't see it. You don't want to see it. And
we're talking about 5 games, and we're talking about he's reverting back to his old ways, not passing the ball, or taking it out.
Either. So the thing is with the Orlando game, he shot awfully against a team that was missing a bunch of guys, right? And Orlando had lost 8 straight going into that game. After the game, of course, it's 9 straight after we barely won, after we got saved by our role players. But in that game, you saw Julius Randle look to facilitate. Man, he had 17 assists, and that's amazing. But his shot, though, some of those shots that he took, you're like, Julius Randle, why are you not passing this basketball?
Whoa, yes, sir.
My whole thing is what I saw, Freezy, is him give credit to Frank Ntilikina at the podium and saying, "Hey, Frank Ntilikina helped us win today."
Right.
That's what I need from him. That's what I need from him, and hopefully we're trusting. I mean, remember, Freezy, like let's keep in context. Let's keep in context that we're injured. This team, I mean, you don't have a point guard, and so we have a situation for a minute now where Frank is starting, and we didn't expect him to be. We didn't expect him to be in the rotation. Nevertheless starting. So
you starting to sound like somebody I know.
I don't see. Are you telling me that you're seeing a team upset at Julius Randle because he's not passing him the ball?
No. What I'm saying is, I'm seeing Julius Randle forcing shots for not making all the right basketball plays. I think Orlando legit tried to keep the ball out of his hand, and he kept but the Brooklyn game.
Oh, the Brooklyn game. Okay, I'll just look at the Brooklyn game. Okay. I mean,
all right, the Philly game the next day, there was some.
I could see that. Freezy, I could see that, but I don't think he's gonna be. I think as soon as Derrick Rose comes back and Elfrid Payne comes back.
Bro, and I even see in the chat people are making excuses. People are like, Julius Randle was tired during the Milwaukee game.
Yeah, that's a lot of that. That's been talked about.
How are you tired when that's the first game after the All-Star break?
Because that's the first thing he said about the All-Star. Remember what he said about the All-Star game? Well, he said, "I don't care about the minutes. I'm logging in the most minutes, this, that, and the third."
Okay.
So I think okay. So I will acknowledge the fact that Tibbs is playing the guys hard, and they're playing a lot of minutes for real. And in certain aspects of the game, if you're up and you still got your starters in the game, 2 to 3 minutes left, why? You know what I'm saying? But that's Tibbs. That's how he coaches.
Right.
But I think where that's going to come back to harness at would be we'll win the playoffs, and those guys going to be tired. I'm just being honest. They're going to be tired. But first and foremost, if I'm paying you millions and millions of dollars to put a ball in the basket, then that's what I expect you to do. And if you can't do that, I need you to come to me and tell me that's not you can't, or you're not willing to, or it's too much. So we need to have that conversation. But if we don't have that conversation, and you out there on the court, now anybody that plays basketball on a for real basis, you don't want to be pulled out of the game.
Right.
Let's be real.
Anything competitive, competitive, you don't want people to replace you.
That's right. You don't want somebody to come take your spot.
Right.
You don't want that. So at the end of the day, when you're out there on the floor, on the field, or whatever the case may be, and you have a discussion with the coach. Hey, coach, at 2 minutes out, pull me out. I need to rest my knees. My thighs are sore. My hamstrings are, giving me the business, or whatever the case may be. I don't care what the conversation is, but you need to have the conversation. So we cannot sit here and think that we know what's in the mind of the guys that's out there on the floor, or what the coach is telling the guys on the floor to do. We can't do that. As fans, the only thing we can do is enjoy the product that's on the floor and criticize what they do well or what they don't do well. That's what we do as fans. Bottom line up front.
Well
at
said.
the end of the day.
Right.
Can I
So,
have
so
some?
Raphael, I wanted to just say something, just show Raphael something real quick. So against Milwaukee, Julius Randle was 3 for 11.
Mm-hmm.
Against OKC, Julius Randle was 8 for 15.
Mm-hmm.
Against the Brooklyn Nets, he was 13 for 27.
Mm.
Against Philadelphia, he was 7 for 19. Against Orlando, he was 8 for 20. Right. And so
Mhm.
when I'm asking Raphael, and I'm asking him to be honest, I'm asking him to keep it a buck.
Yeah.
Don't just say stuff.
I'm watching the games. I saw the. Okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying is, don't say stuff to seem right. Bring your facts and opinions to the table so that we can discuss.
Hey,
Right.
Freezy, but
And
the best thing he got going on is his leadership with the team. That's the best thing he got going on.
right. Okay.
Right now, it's him passing the ball, look, he showed love to Frank Ntilikina at the podium. He said, "Listen, he helped us win." Frank Ntilikina is the type of player that you need to, he needs to make sure that the team is supporting him and this, that, and the third. I think he's doing the right things. I don't think he's. I mean, I could sort of see some of your points.
You have to see the decline in numbers.
I can see him being inefficient. If you want to say he's being inefficient, are you saying he's being selfish? What are you saying?
I know. I'm not saying he's being selfish. A cat can't be selfish with 17 assists in the game.
No, but besides that game, was he being selfish before that game?
So you're saying last year's Randall was selfish?
Well, he was spinning with the double team. He wasn't kicking it out with the double team. Like, those guys had points. This is not right now. This is an era where double shooting against a double team it's not into today's game. You're expected to kick it out.
Go ahead.
He doesn't do that. So if you watch the last 3 games,
I agree with you. I agree.
And when you dribble into triple defense and you don't kick the ball out and you're still trying to go to the basket, that to me gives shades of the old Randall. And I don't want to see him
but he's not doing that.
path.
Right. If he's doing that, then you have an argument. But I don't think he's not doing that.
Oh, he's doing it. If you watch the game, he's doing it.
He's spinning. He's spinning with.
No, we're not talking about just spinning and winning. We're not just talking about the no handle Randall. What we're talking about is in close game situations. Say the Knicks down by 5, and you need a basket, right? You want to cut the lead to 3, as opposed to having the other team get a rebound and go and have the lead go up by 7 or 8, right? Because this offense, an 8-point lead is almost like you can turn the lights off in the gym because the game is over. Right. You know what I'm saying? When the Knicks need a basket, I'm saying, why not give RJ Barrett more opportunity? Why does Julius Randle have to be the guy like in these situations? Now, Julius Randle makes a lot of the correct basketball plays, like the cross court pass for Reggie Bullock's 3 from the corner. I mean, Reggie Bullock missed, right? But to me, it was the right basketball play, right? I mean, so the defense is Julius Randle has a smaller guy on him intentionally. Orlando puts a smaller guy on him, but they walk a guy across the lane with his hands up to double team, and then they have a guy playing center field. You know what I'm saying, to play in the passing lane for Julius Randle to tempt him to make that pass, but there's a guy there, right? So Julius Randle dribbles up towards he dribbles away from that, right? And then throws the pass across court for Reggie Bullock. So he manipulated the defense, right, to get Reggie Bullock a wide open look from 3. Of course, Reggie Bullock missed, but the end result is not the factor. The fact that what was happening is Julius Randle made the right basketball play there. That's right. Because you got 3 guys on one side, almost 4 guys on one side of the court trying to shut down the other team's best player, and he throws the ball cross court for a known spot up 3-point shooter to get an open look. The fact that Reggie Bullock missed is not even the point. The fact is that he made the right basketball play. But does Julius Randle do that all the time now? Or does sometimes do we get into hero ball because we know that we're missing, a lot of our best players.
That's what I think. That's what is happening right now. I mean, once Derrick Rose comes back, I think. But Julius Randle needs help right now. He has a lot of minutes. That's what I expect. It'll be a bad look if he starts to get too much hero ball. But I don't know, man. Right now, RJ's playing really good basketball, so I really don't. I'm happy with RJ. And I think Julius is doing all right. I think he's doing. Everybody's right now happy that we're 21-21, and we got Mitchell Robinson coming back. So I think whatever he did was, for the meantime, is okay. And let's go. We're gonna win some games. I think that's the situation. I haven't honestly after the All-Star game. I know we had the Brooklyn game and then the Philly game right behind it. So I can't penalize that situation. Even the hardest critic can't even penalize that situation.
So why not? So why not just cut those minutes?
Because those games we should have won.
Right. We could have.
When you look at the way the game developed, right, and we have always done this since the beginning of the season. When we get to the point of the third quarter, we always give up whatever's going on in the third quarter or the beginning of the fourth quarter, and whatever lead we have, it just diminishes for whatever reason. I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, we cannot close games out.
Right.
And those are games that I truly feel. I mean, look at what was the point deficit in the Brooklyn game? What did we lose by? 2 points?
5. Was it 5?
Right.
And we lost by 3 to Philly. Right.
So those points right there tells me that is probably about 3 plays within the last 2 minutes of the game. But at some point in the game, we were leading. And that's my problem. Why can't we sustain a lead and close the game?
It's because our role players are not good enough to step up in those moments. Right? It's because Alec Burks and Reggie Bullock, and I'm not feeding into Hibikev's argument about now. This is totally separate. But I believe Reggie Bullock and Alec Burks are not high minute rotation pieces, right? I think it. So Reggie Bullock, Alec Burks right now is our 6th man, slash starter in a pinch, right? Yep. And he really should be like the 8th man. And Reggie Bullock should probably and Reggie Bullock probably should be our 7th man.
I agree.
Right? You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, we don't have the roster with the talent to have those guys slide into the positions where they're a more natural and organic fit, right? So when it comes down to stretch of games, like for instance, you have Drew Holiday and Giannis, right? You have Drew Holiday and Giannis. Giannis is going to eat. You try to stop Giannis. The role players are gonna. Man, Bryn Forbes and DJ Augustine went 10 for 10 from 3 against us, right? 10 for 10. They did not miss a 3-point attempt, right?
I would tell you this, Fraser. Any game that we've lost that we should have won was because of perimeter defense or the lack thereof.
Right.
Anybody that comes out there that doesn't usually shoot threes on us, right. And they make them. And now the Philly game, Seth went off. He went off. Right. In the game we lost against Brooklyn, it was all about the perimeter shooting. And
Jeff Green looked like Kevin Durant against us in the first quarter.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Right. This dude, we just upped his stock in for real.
Right.
We made him like a star.
Freezy, I said that on MBK. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said, yo, we our team, sometimes we got this problem with having one player, like, you know what I'm saying, that I'm not even calling the guy a slouch, like, you know what I'm saying, but our team, sometimes we have this problem of having this one guy that don't really do it like that every night, just stick it to us. And he did that to us in the first quarter.
Jeff Green is like that, man. Jeff Green. Yeah.
Now look at his last game. The last game he played, he had like 3 points.
Yep. Yep.
But against us in the
Until
first quarter, he had.
But City, he's like that. Jeff Green, he has one. If you look at him right now, he be averaging 5 points, 8 rebounds, 5 and 7 rebounds, and 2 and a steal and a block. And then before you know it, he blows up in some games.
Yeah, but how many times? Listen, with our team, how many times have we seen guys, right, that only average 5 points, 6 points, 7 points, drop 20?
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And that happened.
Have a career night.
And let me add to
not even drop more than their average, but just have a career night. Like we've seen that time and time again.
And let me add to your point. Markkanen had that with us. Al Horford, in the first week in the first 20 games, where Markkanen gave us 38 points. Kelly Olynyk, you remember Kelly Olynyk from Miami? Mm-hmm. He gave us like 30, almost. I think it was 20 points. Could have had 30 points against us. So you got a good point, City, for real on that one. That's a good point. But I heard from somebody that it's better for somebody else to beat us than for the main starters to beat us, because you got to take care of the main guys. You got to make sure that you lock down the main guy. And I mean, I guess
I'm not with
that's
that,
the
bro.
point. Yeah, I mean, I hear you on that, but I mean, I don't like to lose, but I get it. But Jeff Green he's like that, man. He's one of those that you sleep on him, and before you know it, he's giving you 20.
But
Ralph, you know what's messed up?
Go ahead, Sadie. Go ahead. We can't hear you.
You hear me?
No, okay, not okay.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right.
No, we can't hear you now. We can't hear you.
I guess when he's having his technical difficulties, I'm about to be out for the night.
Oh man.
Yes. Ralph, G-Man.
Salute.
Hey
Kev, I hope you didn't take that the wrong way, Kev, about what I said earlier. I hope you didn't take it the wrong way, but
no.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I just want you to know I'm coming back to see you. Just so you know.
Listen. I'm here every night. Rain, sleet, shine, sunshine. I'm going to be right here at 11:45.
My man.
So
salute.
You know what to find me.
Salute.
Good night, everybody.
City, can you hear us?
No, I don't hear him.
We can't hear you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna front, man. It is getting pretty late, man. Guys, I gave you till 3 a.m. Hey, Freezy, I showed up for you, Freezy.
Yeah, hey, you dozed off in that chair too. That's why I took you off.
No.
Yeah, I saw you. You dozed off. I was like, Raphael ain't moving. He got his eyes closed. What's going on?
No, man.
I was going to walk over to the crib and shake you, and then come back home.
I was in Tyrese Halliburton mode when you know how you felt about Tyrese Halliburton. About to jump out a window right now, but that's about it. But guys, I'm gonna head out. It was good talking to you guys, man. Hey, City, you know what? I'm gonna stick around and listen to your point, City, because you wanted to say something. Your mic, it's not even working. It's not even working. All right, guys, I'm out. Hey, Freezy, you do the morning draft tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. You know what? If everything goes right, man, I'm gonna do it. If not, man, I'm gonna.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you. Hey, guys,
in the morning, in a few hours.
Have a good one, guys. Yep. All right, man. Keep the conversation going.
No doubt. So, I forgot what we were talking about. I was waiting for City, but we can't hear you, brother.
Hey, City, just jump out and jump back in.
Yeah, go out and come back in. I want that hat he got on for real.
Yeah. Hey, so Hoodie Cav, I think he has stamina when it comes to Kevin Knox.
He does.
And others don't necessarily have that kind of stamina when it comes to like they're like a player or something.
So with Hoodie Cav, I love Hoodie Cav for this reason alone. The fact that he believes in Kevin Knox so much that he's willing to go, blow for blow.
Right.
And I'm up for that fight. You know what I'm saying? Right. I want the smoke. That's what I want that. But at some point, we're gonna have to agree to disagree
Right.
at some point. But I think that his points were valid in certain.
Some of them.
Some of them were, but
Right.
there were also counterpoints that could be made to his argument,
Right.
and I think that in that aspect he doesn't get that because he's so passionate about the player that he believes in.
Right.
Which it's okay, but at some point you're gonna have to realize that your argument got holes in it.
Right.
It does. City.
Yo, can
Okay,
you?
we can hear you now.
All right.
Brother.
All right.
So the thing is about Hoodie Kev. So shout out to Hoodie Kev because Hoodie Kev is a trooper. You know what I'm saying for the channel. He definitely put on for Blorange Tears. But the thing I was trying to tell Kev is the same thing. It's the same thing I do sometimes. I have to catch myself. Like with me, I feel like the Knicks can roll off 30 wins in a row. That's fairy tales, though. You know what I'm saying?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So sometimes I gotta back off of that in order to get back into the real world. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because no team is gonna roll off 30 wins in a row, no matter how passionate you are about them. That's how I feel about the Knicks. I feel like the Knicks can beat any team on any given day, right? But at some point, you have to realize that every NBA team loses. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make them losers. It just means out of the 72 games they play, they're not gonna win them all.
I agree. 110%.
So hold on, let me do something real quick. Hey, hold on. Hey, hold
on. So City, go ahead and make your point because you were trying to talk before Kev got off or Ralph got off. I'm sorry.
Oh shit, man! I lost it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I had something. I can't I can't even remember now, yo.
I feel you, brother. I feel you.
I lost it because somebody was trying to I don't know. My laptop is just being stupid right now, and somebody was trying to call me at the same time. I was trying to log in from like my laptop, and it went to like my phone and my laptop, like, you know what I'm saying, at the same time. And I don't know, it just glitched out, and then everything that I had.
Dude, it's the Matrix. It's the Matrix.
Yeah.
The Matrix is undefeated.
That's a blue pill.
Right. Right. You lucky somebody didn't just say Mr. Anderson. You know what I'm saying? Like when Neo was on the roof. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
I left my python out in the living room. I gotta make sure she ain't go anywhere.
Pause.
I did.
But yeah, pause.
No. I mean, literally, like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man. What's going on? You left a snake out?
I got reptiles, man. That's what I do.
Okay. I don't judge. Hey, I collect calls.
But me, no reptiles in my house unless it's me. I'm the only reptile in here.
Yeah, man. So this game tomorrow, we got Philly. Ben Simmons may be out. Steph Curry is definitely out.
Yep.
Joel Embiid is definitely out.
Yep.
And so we catching Philly at a good time. They played tonight, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
On a back-to-back with a lot of dudes out. So we may be able to beat them and get to 22 and 21.
So with this game tomorrow, the person that I'm most worried about is the person that killed us the last game was Tobias Harris.
Right.
And he's playing. So we didn't have an answer for him at all. He got off the way that he wanted to the whole game.
Right.
So what is the answer for Tobias Harris? We don't have one on our team right now. Even if Mitch is back, if Rose comes back, we still do not have an answer to stop Tobias Harris.
But listen, we don't listen, right? It's like saying this team's best player, what are we gonna do with him, right? You know what? Forget about that. Forget about that dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not worried. I'm not worried about nothing because this team has shown us, right? We played against who? We played against Kyrie, James Harden, Joe
We did.
Harris.
We
and
did.
Our team showed and proved that we can hang and bang with the best of them, right?
Facts.
Because those guys, I get it. They didn't have KD, but we showed and proved that we can hang and bang with the best of them. So with Tobias Harris, I'm not saying he's a slouch. I'm not saying like, you know what I'm saying, like he garbage or anything like that. But what I'm saying is I'm not worried about you, fool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Our team, if we do the things that we need to do, play our style, right? Muck it up a little bit. Play Knicks basketball.
Yes,
Muck
sir.
it up a little bit. Like, you
Yes,
know
sir.
what I'm saying? Get under these guys' skin and we'll be all right, man. Like, I'm not worried about, this.
You know what, City? I feel you, and I love that energy. I do. I really, really do. And I hope and pray. No. Let me speak into existence. Let me speak into existence. So tomorrow, after we win the game, because the Knicks have never lost to a team twice.
Right.
That has never happened, right? So whoever we play the second game, and we're playing at home.
Right.
In the Garden, we can't lose to Philly.
Right.
Well, we need to call Doc and tell Doc to bring up a bunch of cheesesteaks and
get those guys looking heavy, huh?
Yeah.
Right. And take his son with him.
Absolutely. Hey, look, he ain't even here. He off, taking care of his fiance.
And congratulations to Austin Rivers too.
Yeah. To the pregnancy. Congratulations to the family and whatnot. But stay where you are, and call your pops and say, and let Tibbs know that, hey, like Sunshine said in Harlem Nights, and when the husband called home and said, hey, this me, ain't never coming back. So,
hey, this me, son. Put your mama on the phone. Hey, honey. I ain't never coming home.
Put your mama on the phone.
Yeah, you remember that? He's like, hey, son, put your mama on the phone.
For real.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Hey, fellas, I got to rock and roll too. I gotta go. I gotta get up this thing because in order for me to be up at 8 in order to do the next morning drive, I might have to take me a little nap, a little something.
I'm with you. And I'm gonna set my clock on my watch to see if I can get up there. And if I'm up, I'm gonna be on there for you, Freezy.
Right. Word. No doubt.
Yo, Freeze, you already know, man. I might comment on something or whatever, but like, y'all know I'm on the West Coast. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my night right now is just getting started.
Just getting started.
Look at him.
But you know what though? For the next morning drive though, our morning is just getting started, and your night it will be over.
My night's just ending, bro. Like,
right.
I'm going to bed at like 3:00, 3:30, like this. And then I look and I see it. I'm like, oh snap, damn, they was on. Like, how long did I sleep? Like,
Right, no doubt.
But it's all love, man. Thanks for having me on, man. I respect it. And
thank y'all for being here, man. Thank y'all for being here. You know I love and appreciate y'all, man. And this is about the Knicks Fellowship, the Blorange Tears family. We legit do this just to have fun, just to come in and fellowship with each other and kick it. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them things. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you to everybody in the virtual chat. Thanks to everybody in the video chat.
Salute to the chat.
Yeah, man. Y'all be peaceful and have a good night, man.
All right, brother.
All right, y'all. All right.